go. Okay, y'all. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here on this beautiful Sunday. What's today? Y'all know I ain't got no job, so I be forgetting the days of the week. On this beautiful Saturday, all right, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you, all right, because as you know, you can be anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me, so thank you so very much. While you are here, please be an active participant. Tap the screen, share the live. Let's knock out these gift goals. Doing all of this, again, keeps us on the FYP so that we can continue to have these conversations with these Trump supporters and try to get an understanding of why. What are we, 5 months in? Why? 5 months in, why do you still support him after all that he has done? And we can go over the list of things that he's done. All right. So we're going to have these conversations. We're going to keep it cute or keep it on mute. I know Mr. Boom can hear me. Keep it cute, Boom. Keep it cute. All right. So guys, we are streaming on Twitch and YouTube also. So if you are a dedicated Twitcher and tuber, by all means, please report for duty. All right. Your check's going to be in the mail at the end of the year, just like Soros told me, and I'm still waiting. All right. So thank you guys so much again for being here. Let's go ahead and get this started. Boom. Hey, Mr. Boom.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you tonight, sir?
I'm good. I was kind of don't know about you, but I figured out I didn't think you did that, but I saw a block.
What you talking about?
When somebody blocked me that night.
Oh yeah, somebody did block you. One of the mods blocked you, and I was like, "What? Who blocked Mr. Boom?"
Yeah, because when I was talking to you, something kept floating on my screen to my leave the live, and it kept coming up. That's why I was taking long to answer the question. I said, "Why does it keep popping on my screen?" Oh. And then when I tapped it to go for the leave, the whole shit just went off. So I'm like, "This is what they doing?"
Yeah.
And then I just heard you talking about going to the store where you at and all that kind of stuff. So I figure your friendship is at a certain level, your friendships and all that. So you connecting with me and talking to me about that, I can see the jealousy of that, because this is kind of your culture. And get them out of there.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, they blocked me. If they blocked me, what are you blocking me for?
Oh, you mean the mod that blocked you? Oh,
yeah. Okay. I ain't saying you. I'm not no bad person to you.
Okay, but I was like, what are you talking about?
I have much respect for you.
Anywho,
I know you got a roast, but I don't got no disrespect for you.
Okay. Hey, Mr. Ty. Okay, so boom. All right, 5 months in, why do you still support Donald Trump?
Why do I still support? That's a rhetorical question.
It's not a rhetorical question. That's a question that you actually can expound on and answer.
I'm just saying to me, because I ain't think I ever support. I just voted. Supporting somebody is kind of different. He's a billionaire. He don't need nothing from me.
Sir, now, you still agree, sir, you still agree with his not even policies. You still agree with the things that he's actually doing. You've come onto this live several times and actually defended what Donald Trump is doing.
Yeah, I agree with my reason for voting for him. My reason.
It's not about your reason that you voted for him, Mr. Boom. It's not about that. It's like, why do you still throw your support behind him? Why do you still defend the actions that he has taken, especially things like violating due process, wanting to suspend habeas corpus, messing up the Iran nuclear deal. What else has he? Good God, sending the darn going National Guard in to escalate matters with peaceful protesters. You still, and then we don't even have to talk about the one big.
Yeah, because when I look into them things that the Democrats keep throwing out there, it don't never be as they said it. Like if I looked into the thing about the Smithsonian, I looked into what was actually done about that. It was nothing they said. They said he was taking, but when I found out what he taking out, he took out the stuff that they had about the white tea people acting like they're the people, like work ethic is based on them. It was something. He took that part of it out of it. The stuff putting them on the forefront.
What are you talking about?
The stuff they said about he was doing towards our culture at the Smithsonian, taking out thing for the Smith, dealing with civil rights and stuff like that. But every time I go look into the stuff they saying, I'm finding out it's a half truth. All right, he said that. Then you go look what's actually being done with the Smith. It'll never be actually. So that's why. So it's going to seem like somebody defended him when somebody keep coming with something, and then you hear something else about it. It don't line up. There's always something else. It don't be the person. So if you leave, if people are left alone, you'll see that we just voted for him and we just going about our life until somebody says something. Oh, don't you know he did this? And now it seems like you're just going to seem like I'm defending him because I don't know. And then when I look into it, a lot of that stuff it don't be all the way true.
I'm sorry.
Like all the other stuff that said the source.
So boom, when he took office on January 20th, right? Did he not remove from the National Archives, along with other sites, information about the Tuskegee Airmen, also info about Harriet Tubman, the National, not the National, but the Negro Baseball League. What else did he do? He removed information about Sojourner Truth. So did he not do that? And then he had to put it back because of the public outcry?
That wasn't he had to put it back because no public outcry. The Smithsonian said,
Jackie
look what they
Robinson,
said.
thank you, Dwayne.
They said that was not true. The Smithsonian
He did remove those things from the website.
That's not what the Smithsonian said. That's what I said. I went to the direct site for the Smithsonian.
They didn't.
I went to the direct Smithsonian site. They said that those was not true. That's why I said I looked into that. Yeah, they said that was not true. And they said these things are still here, and they showed what he
said. They removed from the Smithsonian though, boom. I said he removed it from the websites. Is what I said. Now with the Smithsonian, what he went. Hold on. With the Smithsonian, we're gonna do two things. Boom. We're gonna do two things. All right. And I wouldn't disrespect you, so we're gonna do two things. All right. We are gonna talk about the websites. All right, and we're also gonna talk about what he did at the Smithsonian, what he wanted to do at the Smithsonian. But for the the African American National History Museum, he isn't able to actually do it because they receive a lot of private funding. So what he wanted to do at the museums is that he wanted to cut funding for them and put J.D. Vance, our vice president, in charge of overseeing the institutions. But he isn't actually able to do that. All right. And he did stop additional exhibits from being added. Are you familiar with Dentrell Bonet Boom?
Dentrell Bonet Boom? What's that about?
He's an artist. He actually holds his own lives here on TikTok, talking about racism, also politics, things like that. He's an artist. Sometimes he live paints, which is pretty awesome. And one of his paintings.
I'm not yet know about that.
Boom, I'm talking.
All right, boom.
Boom. Stop. And yeah, I didn't have to use a sound thing for that one. I could get my voice that deep. Boom, stop talking. Okay, anyhow. So, boom, listen. All right. He actually had one of his paintings selected to be in the African American National History Museum. And on his way there, because of Trump's executive order, it was stopped and returned back to him. So now his painting isn't in the museum. All right, so that is actually preventing history from being told because he is a world-renowned artist. So Trump did do that. And he did it all in an effort because he claims that things, anything Black basically is DEI to him. All right, and him believing that, he thinks that it's divisive. That was actually a part of his executive order. The exact wording was programs deemed to advance divisive narratives and improper ideology.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that dude, that's what he added. That's something different. I'm just talking about what they spoke about. I'm not knocking nothing that you just said. I'm just saying for all the things that the Democrats is putting out there, when people walking out and about, when you look into it, it don't be exactly what they said.
Boom. I really want that to make sense because listen, I'm not the sharpest crayon, not the sharpest, Jesus Christ. I can't even say the saying right. I'm not the brightest crayon in the box. So you got to speak in plain talk to me, like just be direct. All right. So what is it that the Democrats said that wasn't true?
Like a lot of stuff.
Name something.
It's stuff it's things they said wasn't true. Everything had nothing to do with Trump. Some of this stuff that was before now. That's why
like
I
what?
don't.
Like what?
Like for one, my mother she's a Democrat. She Biden. My mother. I don't. So it's certain things that they don't understand.
Like what, Boom? Boom, are you cooking right now?
No, I'm just telling you. My mom didn't believe nothing until Joe Biden pardoned Dr. Fauci.
Boom. Quick question. Sidebar. Are you cooking right now? Are you using your kitchen sink right now?
No, that's hold on. Your partner. Hold on.
Bathroom, are you?
What I'm trying to say is, my mother didn't believe nothing I was saying. That's why I told you about William Cooper before they got me over there because they know what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry. Say it again, Boom.
I said that's why I brought up William Cooper before they got because they knew what I was getting at. That's why they dropped me that day. But my mom didn't understand nothing I was saying until Joe Biden pardoned Dr. Fauci. That's why I be hearing this stuff from the Democrats. And I'm like, damn, I was outside. Yeah.
I'm sorry. What about Fauci?
When Joe Biden pardoned Dr. Fauci, that's when my mother understood what I was saying.
Oh, hold on. Time out. What? How did Biden pardoning Fauci get your mother to wait? Make the connection for us. Walk us through it. I'm so confused. Also,
because what I expressed to y'all, that's why I said a lot of stuff y'all don't hear from us. As far as the reason why we voted for Trump, y'all block all that up. Y'all block it out. So when y'all block it out, y'all don't understand what we talking about. And then y'all play like y'all don't. But y'all say you with the cows and all that. I told you about William Cooper. Read the book, Behold the Pale Horse. If you want the cow, anybody college educated can read that book. I don't understand.
Do you understand why Dr. Fauci was actually pardoned though? Was issued a preemptive pardon?
I already know why he pardoned. I know he wasn't supposed to be pardoned. And I know what he did before.
Why? You tell us why and tell the truth and shame the devil. Go ahead.
What you mean? He was pardoned because they made the money already. Joe Biden made the money off the people already.
What?
So now that was part of the plan. That's why he got pardoned. That was part of the plan.
What money?
The money they made with the vaccines and getting people to wear masks and stuff. They caked up. Look at Joe Biden.
Wait, hold on. Time out, Boom. Time out. Listen, tinfoil is extremely expensive. Okay? Tinfoil is extremely expensive. All right, these days. I am not about to do this with you.
Yeah, forget it. If y'all don't read, like I said, y'all read certain books. Read Behold the Pale Horse, then we can talk after that. Because you ain't gonna understand what I'm talking about. That's what I told you. William Cooper.
Part of me actually doesn't want to understand what you're talking about, Boom.
All right, well, look at William Cooper.
The reason why Dr. Fauci, it has nothing to do with money or why he was pardoned. The reason why he was pardoned was simply because Donald Trump basically told us that he is coming back. He is coming back and he is going to go after everyone who talks shit about him, to put it plainly and simply.
That's not why Dr. Fauci was pardoned.
That is exactly why he was pardoned. It was to protect him because all Dr. Fauci did was his job. He only did what he was assigned to do.
That's what you think?
That's it. Yes, that's what I know. That's what I know. So Joe Biden had to take steps in order to protect that man. Because if not, Trump, just like he's doing to the representative out of New Jersey, Rep. McIver, all right, just like he's doing to the to Hannah, the judge out of Wisconsin, all right, he is getting them on trumped up charges. All right, he would have done the same thing to the Biden family and to Dr. Fauci, amongst others. All right, so therefore, Joe Biden made an executive decision and preemptively gave him a pardon to protect him.
That's not what happened.
That is what happened.
I don't know. That's what I said. The stuff I know about this before it got to this point. You reading some new. That's what I said. You back. Yeah, that's why y'all don't understand us. I know about this way before it happened. So you're gonna tell me what you saying right now? That means something to me. When the dude wrote about this in 1977 and it played out just how he said that, and he wrote that. You gotta read, man. Read. That's what I can tell you.
I want you to be a.
Then you're gonna see why a lot of us vote for Trump, because a lot of us read that book.
I just want you to be a serious person.
William Cooper, look it up. That's when they dropped me up Japan that time, because they heard that name.
The book that was written in the 70s, so it was prophecy. Yeah. The book that was written in the 70s.
It's not no prophecy. He worked for the government. He exposed all the government operations that they were drawing out to the system. That they all the way up to now.
And you can't spread misinformation over here, Boom. You got to tell the truth.
It ain't coming from me. I told you, read the book so you can have your own conclusion.
You gotta tell the truth over here, Boom, because what you're talking about absolutely doesn't.
The truth is read the book. Sense. The truth is read the book. That does make sense. I have a child. My son is right.
It doesn't make it true. Hey,
my son is right. My son is 14 years old. My son hit what I'm saying to you. My son
He's
hear what
your
I'm saying.
son. Of course he
Yeah,
gets
that's what I'm saying. So if I'm
but
saying,
also
if he
don't have
understand
your
what I'm
son
saying,
speak on this live because he's
Yeah.
not of age. Okay. Anywho, hold on one moment, Mr. Boom. Hey, GTG, did you vote for Trump?
No, I did not. I'm a friendly.
Oh, okay, love. I'm only looking for Trump supporters right now, but I definitely appreciate you for coming up. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, people don't read. They just come and make this. They don't read nothing.
People do read, Boom.
No, they don't. They read what they want. They got selective reading.
Many people read things that are based in
Nah,
facts.
they got selective reading.
Not opinions, not conjecture, not
They got
conspiracy, but things that are actually based in facts.
No, it's called select. That's what Behold the Pillows is, based on facts. That's not no fictional book. That's why I said read the book.
Boom. Sometimes I don't know if I can just take your word for things.
Or you can look it up. Look up the book. It's right there in your computer. Look up William Cooper and Behold the Pale Horse and find out that's a fictional book or not. And find out when you read it and you start seeing what's in there, and then tell me.
Okay, tell us what's in there, Boom. I'm
not going to that.
I said that I am extending grace today. I am. I'm extending grace today. So, Boom, tell us what is in Behold the Pale Horse. Please.
All of what's going on today.
Like what?
It got stuff about the martial law. When that's to come, it got things the pandemic. It got things about HIV. Before it was called HIV, when it's called gay-related immune deficiency. When they was giving people, when they thought they were getting TB vaccination at the time, they were hitting people between 1971 and 1980. I mean, 1979. You said
are you serious?
You asked me a question. That's what you're gonna do. That's why I said you playing game, man.
I said no conspiracy. So, Boom.
It's not no conspiracy.
Hold on. You mentioned something. You said martial law. All right. You said the pandemic. All right. You mentioned all of these things. All right. Especially the martial law part, which I think is something that Donald Trump is on the pathway to doing. All right. So even with this information that Boom. Okay, guys, quick commercial break. Boom is not yelling. This is how Boom talks. All right. He's not yelling. He's from New York. Brooklyn. And in Brooklyn, or is it the Bronx?
You got it right, Brooklyn.
It's Brooklyn. All right. This is just how Boom talks. Okay. We're not being punked. All right. This is Mr. Boom. Okay. This is just Mr. Boom. I've spoken with him plenty of times before. And yeah, so I'm extending grace tonight. I truly am. All right. And guys, while you are here, let's just keep tapping the screen, sharing the live. Let's knock out the gift goals. Also, we do have a daily donation goal of $150. I am working on my grifting. I don't know how many of you are new here, but I'm working on it. I'm not that really good. I'm not that great at it, but practice makes better. All right. So we do have a daily donation goal of $150. If you'd like to support the live and support me, please, by all means, check out the pay links in my bio. Everything with Erica is the name. I have a Venmo and a PayPal. I also have a Zelle, everythingwitherica9@gmail.com. I appreciate all your love, your support, your encouragement, and your engagement. All right, let's get back to the conversation with Mr. Boom. All right, so Mr. Boom, with that being said, the martial law thing, right? That means that you were aware that this is something that could have happened, because I assume that I'm concluding that you read this book prior to 2024, right? Mr. Boom?
I read this book in 2000.
In 2000. Okay,
Yeah.
Yet you still voted for Donald Trump. So is this something that you wanted to happen? Hey, Frank, is this something that you wanted to happen, Boom?
That's what I said. You're not listening to what I'm saying.
Boom, I'm asking you a question. I just need you to answer the question.
Huh?
Is the Trump presidency him
No, we
coming
can't
in
talk like
and
that.
basically him basically being an authoritarian? Is this something that you wanted to happen?
I don't know about none of that.
What?
Listen, when I place my vote, I place my vote. All that other stuff, I want this to happen. We not little kids. You know, nobody want whatever's going on. If it's negative, if it's really negative, if it's going to turn out to be like that, if we all know that, we all know nobody wants that. Whatever it's going to be. So we don't got to play we both of those. We know if anybody make a decision as a president and it's going to turn out to be a negative for us, nobody wants that. That's obvious. We got to be grown adults. We know that. Nobody wants that. But if we don't know what it's going to turn out to be, then we're going to be like, all right, we're going to wait and see. But as far as what's going, nobody knows what things going to turn
Hold
out to be.
on, time out. Donald Trump literally on the campaign trail told us what it is that he wants to do. He told us what he wants to do. He told us that he wanted to cut government funding, but he also said that he wanted to basically extend the TCJA, the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. All right. And with a little bit of knowledge, we already know that tax cuts actually were centered around the billionaires and corporations, nothing for the lower and middle class. So we already knew that. All right. He told us what it was that he wanted to do. Boom.
I don't think.
So when you read to wait and see.
All right. When you read Behold the Pure Horse, when you read the book,
I'm not gonna read it.
You're gonna conclude. You're gonna notice that the attack on us is through the health department. It ain't gonna be that financial stuff. I'm not worried about that financial stuff. And that's where it's coming from. And then you're gonna see from there, when you see somebody in connection with that, Bill Gates, George Bush, Joe Biden, and them kind of people, if anybody in cahoots, that means anybody that don't get along with them, I'm voting for. Period. Kamala Harris, that's all in that same box. So they all friends with Bill Gates and George Bush, which is a part of the situation that William Cooper got in that book. So I don't care about none of that. That's why we all voted for Trump. Because anybody involved with that stuff to attack us through the health department and then cause the martial laws, we're not voting for them. Not just
what
me.
What do you mean attack us through the health department?
Eh?
Oh, Mr. Boom, you got to stop screaming also. I know that's just how you do eardrums. So you got to bring. Peace, God.
Yeah, we're not voting for nobody I'd rather take a chance with nobody that I know is friends with Bill Gates, George Bush, that I see him friendly with. I'm not voting for them. Obama, none of them. And not just me, it's a bunch of us out here. We're not doing that. That's why Trump is in office right now.
What do you mean by that? What is your issue?
And I mean, I'd rather take a chance with all of them. I'd rather take that chance before I vote for anybody friends with them people. Dr. Fauci and Bill Gates and them people. Anybody friends with them, I'm not voting for them. None of them. It could be Obama, it could be Kamala. Anybody Democratic friends with Bill Gates. Because
the reason why.
I just told you why. Because William Cooper exposed them. I told you. Read and see why we're not voting for him. And see why
I'm not going to read it, so you have to tell me why or how.
I told you why. I keep saying you don't want to hear it. It's a lot of stuff in there. The book is 2008.
Yelling at me. Now you're yelling at me. You know I don't like
I ain't yelling. I'm just saying no problem. But the book is 2008.
He didn't expose Trump for being associated with Epstein and people like Sean Combs.
That's why I said the stuff. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The stuff that's in there about what Bill Gates, see right now, Bill Gates got all the seeds from the fruit during the pandemic. Why you taking the seeds out the fruit and the pandemic hit us? Why did you got the fruit with no seeds in it? Think about that. Why the fruits don't got no seeds in it right now?
What the hell is you
and
talking
Bill Gates
about?
admitted to that. He admitted that he got the seeds.
Where did he admit that?
Look it up. Look up Bill Gates.
I'm not looking up stuff, Boom.
I'm not going to no date. I'm not going to keep saying all that, the date and all that. He said that he got the seeds. Where he got the story.
That's just misinformation, Boom.
All right, look it up.
That's not true, Boom.
So you're saying Bill Gates got seeds? Bill Gates ain't storing seeds from fruit?
They still have seeds.
No, tell me where.
What are you talking about?
What fruit? Where?
Where fruit still? Every time I eat an orange, it has seeds.
So show me a green grape right now.
Every time I eat a peach, it got a pit in it, which is
all right.
seed.
Come on your live with a green grape that got seeds in it. Show me a green grape that got a seed in it. Show me a green grape with a seed in it.
Okay, I would have to find a seed. I would have to find a seeded green grape.
Show me a lemon with a grape.
I'll find it for you.
Yeah, show me
Did you
that.
say a lemon? Why am I doing this? All right.
Yeah, show me a lime and a lemon with seeds in it.
I'm extending grace today. I'm extending grace. Okay. All right.
I eat healthy every day. I know I can't find no limes. I eat healthy every day. I can't find everything don't got no seeds. Everywhere you go, it was not like that before. You gotta go to what is Bill? Okay, tell us. Somewhere. Come on, man.
Boom. Tell the class, what is Bill Gates doing with all the seeds?
He's storing them somewhere.
All right, but boom, again, one thing again, lower your voice, okay?
Matter of fact, being that they got that 2.1 trillion underground city they just building up, they're probably going down there with them.
I'm sorry.
Because they got a $1 trillion city. They just
put money into building. No darn going seeds. This is a lot. Okay, boom. What
You
is he
don't want
gonna
to
do with the seeds?
I think because I'm not white tea that you don't believe me what I'm saying. You gotta look it up then. Look it up then.
You really think that if
Because
you
I don't
were
sound
white,
like a white tea dude. If I don't,
you
because I don't sound,
really think that if you were
I'm not
white,
sounding all.
his
Oh,
name
yep.
Whisper.
You don't believe it. You don't believe it because I'm a black dude, right?
Ain't nobody.
Boom.
Because my voice is black and all that. I sound that can't be true.
Boom.
You're saying that? That's why.
Boom. Peace, God.
Come on, man. You gonna tell me Bill Gates ain't got no say? If they y'all be doing that, you know y'all playing with children, lying to the children. Why would you do that for? You ain't got no children?
Boom.
You know Bill Gates got the seed for like him alive.
Boom. Boom. Peace, God.
Like I'm alive. Me and my son watch these videos, seeing what Bill Gates is saying.
Boom, Mr. Boom.
Boom.
Reset.
Hey,
Why are
boom.
you boom? Reset, okay?
Slow
Just
down for
reset.
half a second.
Just reset, okay?
Boom, you good?
I'm good, man.
Peace, God.
Peace.
How's your Saturday?
It's all right. 10:22. 10:12. How you doing?
Good. Just out and about. I was just, popping in and I heard I didn't know what was going on, so I just wanted to slide through and, just say what's up. We good?
Yeah, we good.
All right. I'm gonna just drop back down for half a second because it was just getting kind of that volume a little bit elevated, and I'm gonna drop back down and keep listening because I want to learn about the seeds, but I just want to bring the volume down just a little bit. Boom.
I could do that, but when we talk about that stuff with the women and children, but where I know women and children was hurt during the pandemic, my passion gonna kick in. It's gonna keep doing that. Every time I think about that, anything with them people, Dr. Fauci and all that, it's not stopping that. That hurt a lot of women and children, bro. A lot of women and children went through. So nobody gonna stop me from getting angry about that when I think about that. Because I was the one outside.
Boom. I was outside. I appreciate. I know. I was just saying I appreciate your passion, Boom. You know I do. You know I appreciate you.
Don't. Stop yelling.
I'm gonna drop
Erica know I'm not yelling. That's why anytime Erica say calm down, because I know I don't got. It's no issue.
Not this time, Boom. All right, I'm gonna drop down.
To me. Have fun, bro. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
Okay. Boom. It was really loud. It was just really loud. I want you to just reset.
I got to back up.
Okay. Thank you.
But no. Anytime you say cut it down, I'll take it down because that's not my thing with you. It's more my passion towards. When I think about them people, what I know, that's what I think. I got things that I know. I know y'all might not care, but I know what I read, I saw. So when I hear about that, I don't care what nobody say. I'm mad about that because I saw a lot of people get lost. They're gone. I don't care if somebody don't believe that. And I know, to me, Joe Biden he made money off that, all them deaths.
So you're thinking, hold on, time out. Boom, when did the pandemic start? What year?
In 2010.
I'm sorry, what?
2010.
2010? No,
yep.
Boom. The pandemic started in 2020.
Oh, no, to you.
Here in the U.S. Oh, my God.
No, to me, it was already, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. That's why I say I can't explain it. Y'all understand, man? I saw it already happening in 2010. I don't know. It was already 20 people who started in 2010. After Obama unalive Muammar Gaddafi, when he came to office, after that happened, that's when everything was downhill. 20 people a year from my neighborhood alone was unaliving. It's the same number to this day. And then when the pandemic came, the people looked at it. I was telling my mother. I said, "Yo, look, another 20 people from one neighborhood." This is from 2010 all the way up until now. So it started in 2010. The number didn't go up. It's still 20 people a year. It's just that when they became aware of it.
No, Boom. No.
All right.
It did not start in 2010. All right. As far as the public was aware, it started in 2020. That's when it was declared. I'm talking about the public. I'm talking about for me. Trump was aware of it. Trump was aware that a deadly disease was going to hit the United States and spread across the globe. He was made aware in October of 2019, and he did nothing. Why are you sitting here? How many people unalived from C-19 in 2020?
Trump was not aware of that.
How many? Yes, he was. How
No,
many
he was
people
not. I'm trying to be sensitive.
unalived?
He was aware of the hoax.
Boom. Answer my question, please.
He was aware of the
How
hoax
many
that was going to be
people-
pulled. It was a hoax.
It was not. Boom, you got to stop. All right, protect the live. Guys, tap the screen, share the live. Let's just keep doing all of the good things. You don't have to mute him. Just keep doing all of the things. Send some penny gifts. Just show TikTok you want to be here. Please show TikTok you want to be here. Matter of fact, we're going to let Mr. Boom breathe just a little bit. Shout out to my cousin Jesse. Jesse sent $3. Jesse said you can buy green grape seeds on Amazon. We know that, Jesse. We know that Bill Gates has not taken all the seeds.
Cannot find no green grapes and seeds in these grocery stores.
Bruh, maybe not in your grocery store, Boom. All right?
Nowhere. I'm in South Carolina, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Virginia.
We was
I be in all the states. You can't find them.
Okay, Boom.
Call somebody, ask somebody.
Okay, Boom, no.
So y'all be freestyling. I'm into this stuff.
All right. Also, cousin Jesse said,
You got to order them. Why you got to order them for?
Boom. Stop.
Now you got to order them?
Boom, stop. Let me read these, okay? Stop. Let me read them in full. You stop, okay? I got you, bro. I got you. Just one moment. Let me read this off real quick. All right. So also cousin Jesse said drop Boom, but it costs actually $20 to drop Boom. So there's that part. He's intellectually ill-equipped for this conversation. The sad part is he's someone's father, uncle, and potentially a granddad. This man failed at, oh, Lord Jesus, Jesse, come on.
Jesse is.
I don't want to escalate the situation. I like to de-escalate matters. So I'm not going to finish reading that, but I love you. Thank you so much. Y'all draw some hearts in the chat for Jesse. No.
Whoever that ain't got nothing to say about homos, I bet you.
Bro, there's no reason for you to even go down that lane, Boom.
Well, they brought my son up. Don't bring my son up. Don't talk about my parents' skills, none of that. I'm going to go in. Don't talk about me.
I understand, Boom. I understand.
Don't do that. Don't speak of me as no father.
Peace, God. What's up, sis? I was dozing off. What's up?
I know you had a long morning. I know, like a long day, long morning.
Let me say nothing bad about the rainbow, but always talking about the man.
Give me the strength. Give me the strength, please. Boom. We're not doing this. All right? You keep taking me on like different paths. And I'm tired of going down different roads.
I said that. I was regular about with the topic. They went into all that about my son and all that. I ain't say nothing about that.
I'm reading. Okay, all
so
right.
they talk about my son or whatever. So I'm going now. They deserve that. I ain't do that. I'm not bothering them.
Boom. They're not here.
God.
They're not here.
Peace, God. Peace, God.
God,
Hey, sir.
it's so chaotic. It's just so chaotic. I want y'all to turn y'all phones down. Okay? I just want y'all to turn y'all phones down.
Ooh.
Okay? Please just turn them down. And there you go. Like, just turn your phones down. Okay? Whew. I know, Natalia. I know. Okay. Hey, bro.
What's up, sis?
All right. Santana tried to use his whispering skills on Boom. It didn't work. Boom is a bit heightened today. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I'm just trying to get him to basically talk about why he still supports Donald Trump. He's saying that he does not support him. He just voted for him, which doesn't make sense. He kind of want to talk about like why he voted for him. And I'm like, that's beyond the point at this time because we're 5 months in now. All right.
Yeah,
so 5 months in, it
almost
doesn't
a
really
full
matter why
5,
you vote. Yeah. Why are you still standing behind your decision to vote for him? And Boom is adamant that he just voted for him, which doesn't make sense, but he has no regrets. So that means he still supports him. Naquan, you can try. You can try, bro. Like,
Hey, Boom. I'm tired.
force me with you.
We don't never be on a good foot. So can we be on a good foot? I'm tired. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Boom, is it the toilet, the sink, or the tub? Which one is it?
Now I just rinsed the spoon over real quick. Pardon me.
Okay, all right. Just making sure. So it's a sink. Okay,
Yeah, I was cooking for me and my son.
okay, that's what's up.
Boom. Can I ask you a question? If you don't support him, would you advocate for him to be removed?
No.
You still pretty much support him and the things he's doing then.
I ain't say I support. I say I voted for him and supporting somebody. He don't need no money from me. He don't need. He don't need nothing from me.
If you
I voted for him. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
If support is not just money, I don't know why people think support is just money.
Exactly.
Support can be many things. If you still approve of the things he's doing while he's in office, you still support him. If you don't support him, that means you're not okay with the things that he's doing, like sending National Guards to cities that did not ask for them, which is literally violating their constitutional right, the right to govern in their state.
Yeah, you're right about that. But the part that you don't realize is when people before that got more sicker plans. Like I told you, read what William Cooper had to say, and that was. And we know we don't care about. I'd rather deal with all. I don't care. We don't care about that. I don't care about that because it was going to be worse with Kamala in office or Biden because of what we know.
You cannot.
I just told you ain't want to hear it. Y'all don't want to hear that kind of stuff. That keep cutting it off and told. I'm not with that little.
You didn't say it though.
Boom. You can't say that because you can't tell the future, boom.
Who just did that? Someone tell the truth. I'm not gonna be upset with you, but who did that? I didn't get a notification or anything. So who did that? Who did that?
It wasn't.
That's interesting. I didn't get a notification or anything. Oh, geez Louise. Okay, guys. Tap the screen, share the live. Let's do all of the good things. All right. Keep doing all the fantastic things. I believe my moms. If y'all say y'all didn't do it, y'all ain't do it. All right. Oh, Lord. Jeez. Let me update this. That was a lot. That was so much. Oh my God.
Wait, sis.
Ah!
What's going on for, sis?
No. I haven't been on since like 7.
All right. We got 298 people in here. If everybody, not even everybody, if just 147 people send $1, we can knock out this gift goal. I'm gonna need y'all to take your fingers out your pockets or wherever it's at and tap the screen. Act like it's your PlayStation controller. Act like it's something else. It really doesn't matter to me. Just do the good things. The good things you do supports the live. It keeps the lives going. Doing a live is not easy. I did my first live today and I realized it's nothing easy about it. So support. Support. It ain't easy.
Be trying to tell y'all. Everybody be like, I want to do a live. Okay, all right, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'll support you. I'll stop by.
I didn't even have nobody on my panel ready. It's not easy. So do all the good things. Knock out the gift goal. Let's run these likes up. Let's get these shares
Thank you
up.
for the money gun. Boom, 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 boom. How you doing, money guns? What's my money gun sound? Pop, pop. It's British. Okay.
Let's get these shares up. Let's run these likes up. Just 147 people sends $1. We could knock out this goal. It's fairly simple. I'm gonna try to get me some sleep. I am exhausted after today, sis.
I believe it. Go ahead and get some rest. I thank you so much for coming up. I appreciate you.
You already know, lady, sis.
All right. Have a great night.
Yeah.
Yeah, drop some hearts in the chat for Naquan. Drop some hearts in the chat for Naquan. Oh, we got a new sub. Thank you so much to whoever subbed. I appreciate you. Matter of fact, I think we should do the commercial real quick. All right. Thank you to my new sub. I appreciate you so very much. If you too want to become a love, by all means, click that star next to the chat bar. All right. As a love, you get access to a month. Oh, thank you for the hug. You get access to a monthly drop. All right. If you're not feeling the op, you can drop. Also, I love that one. It looks like a fleshlight. All right. With that being said, you also get access to the 10-minute co-hosting spot. So if you want to come up and co-host with me for 10 minutes, by all means, just let me know. All right. I think the next person that I'm going to allow to use their 10-minute co-host is going to be Devontae. Devontae, Get up here. All right. And so that's what I'm going to do. Also, you get access to our awesome, quiet, fantastic Discord where we share news and community activities and activism. That's what it is about. All right. So if you enjoy those types of things, by all means, please be a love. Come join the community. It's fun over here and it's quiet uptown, just the way I like it. All right. So also, if you voted for Donald Trump, get in the box. Just go ahead and request up. Don't be afraid. No one here bites. It's just me, actually, and I don't bite. All right. The worst I'll do to you is call you stupid. All right. So go ahead and request up. Let's have a conversation. I want to know, why do you still support Trump? All right. Like, actually explain why you support Trump. There we go. All right. Well, Corey, if you want to know why Trump hates America, you're going to first have to tell me why you still support him. All right. Because I'm pretty sure that you've read the news. I mean, have you been asleep for the past 5 months, Corey? So yeah. So I'd be happy to tell you why, but you need to answer the question first. So why you still support him? Now, if you don't support him, then I might be more inclined. Oh no, Devontae, you weren't supposed to do that. This was your night too, Devontae. This was your night. You weren't supposed to take your medicine. You weren't supposed to take your medicine. Corey, Corie, did you vote for Donald Trump? Oh, poor baby. I'm sorry, Devontae. I hope you feel better. I do. I hope you feel better. But yeah, guys, like, so much has happened today. So many protests took place across the country. One of the most startling news stories of the day was the assassination of State Representative Holmes. I believe I had her name earlier. It's been a long day. It's been such a long day. But her and her husband both passed away due to injuries sustained in an assassination. And it's absolutely sad that this is what this country, Hortman, thank you, Hortman. It's really sad what this country has actually come to. It has. And this person, the suspect that they have, has a list of 70 people that they wanted to attack. 70 people, including Governor Walz, apparently. To say that this, oh, guys, I'm so sorry for this gift goal. Let me fix it. Hopes and aspirations, 100 stars. That's crazy as hell. Whoa, calm down. All right, let's see here. There we go. Confirm. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah, he did 70. Did they catch him? I haven't gotten that that notification. Did they catch him yet? So let's see here. Let's read about it. Since while we're waiting for Trump supporters to grow a pair and come on up here and actually have a conversation instead of yapping in the comments, because here's the deal. All right. And I'm still working on that sticker. I got to figure out how I want it to look. But if you are a Trump supporter, please understand and listen to me well. All right. Corey, you are here, but you haven't requested up. So therefore, Corey, what's going to happen is that we're going to do this. All right. You can yap from outside of the club. Okay. If you are a Trump supporter, by all means, get in the box. Go ahead and request up and we can have a conversation. All right. However, you're not going to be able to yap in the comments. This is not a safe space for you. All right. You don't get to voice your opinions and share your fifis here. Okay. So if you don't want to request up, then you can yap from outside of the club. There's that part. Now, anywho, with that being said, we're going to go over a story from earlier, and shout out to Valerie for the $5. I appreciate you, love. Thank you so very much. Y'all drop some hearts in the chat for Valerie, guys. All right, we are 142 away from our daily donation goal, 142 away from our goal. All right, pay links are in the bio. Everything that you do is definitely appreciated. And I thank you so much for your love, your support, your kindness, and definitely your encouragement and your engagement. It keeps this live going and also keeps me going. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you so very much. And I don't see any hearts. I need to see the hearts. There we go. Thank you, Val. Thank you, Val. Y'all draw some hearts in the chat. All right, so let's see here. Mods, y'all can send out requests. It's cool. Okay, so let's read a story. This is from the AP. It does say authorities are still searching for a suspect in shooting of 2 Minnesota state lawmakers. It was just updated at 6:46 p.m. my time. So let's see here. All right, it says hundreds of law officers fanned out across a Minneapolis suburb Saturday in pursuit of a man who authorities say posed as a police officer and fatally shot a Democratic state lawmaker in her home in what Governor Tim Walz called a politically motivated assassination. Authorities said the suspect also shot and wounded a second lawmaker and was believed to be trying to flee the area. Yeah, so it says here, Democratic former House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark were killed in their Brooklyn Park home. And Senator John Hoffman, also a Democrat, and his wife Yvette were injured at their Champlin address about 9 miles away. Oh, so the authorities have identified a suspect as 57-year-old Vance Bolter, and the FBI issued a reward of up to $50,000 for information leading to his arrest and conviction. Hey, who thinks he's still alive? Oh, how much did they pay me? I don't get paid anything. Hey, Mac, I don't get paid anything. Hi, Sheila. I don't get paid anything right now. But if you want to pay me, my pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. I also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9@gmail.com. If you would like to pay me, that's how you can do so. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hearts. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Who thinks he's still alive? I think so too. I think he did the unaliving thing, the self-unaliving. Well, then stop asking who paying me then. Why are you worried about it? Why are you worried about who paying me? All right, if you're not going to be doing it. I thought you were asking because you wanted to. Stupid. Oh, thank you, Mac, for the $5 for the DNC. Thank you. Shout out to the DNC. All right, y'all draw some hearts in the chat for Mac and the DNC. There we go. Drop those hearts in the chat for Mac and the DNC. I know that's right. Look at the DNC paying me. That's crazy. I love it. I love it. That's awesome. All right, but guys, I think he's self-unalived. He definitely did. He definitely did that. They're not going to find him alive. But if they do find him alive, do you think they're going to take him to Burger King? Or is he going to get Chick-fil-A? Oh, wow, Martina. That is awesome. 1 million people. That is fantastic. I wonder how many people showed up to that silly-ass parade today. How many people? Do y'all know how many people showed up to that silly-ass parade? Okay, they're going to take him for Chick-fil-A? Okay. All right. This is such an escalation. I feel like it's only going to get worse from here. It's just going to continue to get worse. That is it. It's just going to continue to get worse. Let's see how many people showed up to the parade. How many people showed? And do y'all know that that parade cost $45 million? He was able to cut the expected budget, the projected budget, I should say, in half. Instead of $90 million, it costs $45 million. Yet he is supposed, thank you for the heart me, he's supposed to be the president who's going to, cut our national debt, decrease the deficit. He's that guy. He's that guy. But he continuously spends money. Continuously spends money. He treats our fucking government like, he treats the budget like a friggin' Amex. Like he just charges everything on it. Where are my glasses? Oh, you're right. Where are my glasses? I don't know. Tonight I can actually see without them, which is crazy. Last night I could not see shit without my glasses. I don't know what that was about. But yeah, y'all gotta stop asking me questions in the middle of me talking. Y'all know I'm gonna lose my train of thought. Jeez Louise. Let me put my glasses. I will put my windows on. Yes, Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays. So like maybe they'll catch them on a Monday. They'll wait. Maybe, you never know. But we'll see. Let's put these on. All right. I have my glasses on now, guys. I can see again quite clearly. I can see clearly now. My prescription's on. Okay, let's see here. Ooh, not Yahoo News saying Trump hosts a $45 million military parade for himself before an underwhelming crowd. Oh my God, I wish I could show you guys this picture of him. I'm gonna do it. Hey, bro. Hey, Omega. I gotta get this picture. I'm gonna get this picture. I gotta get this picture to myself. Fudgesicles. Hey, someone do me a favor. Oh, wait. No, I can't do it that way. How can I do it? I'm trying to figure out without having to leave. Fudge sickles. This is why I need to use TikTok Studio. This is why I need to use TikTok Studio. But yeah, so anywho, all right, let's see. How many people came out there today? All right, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. We know that today is unfortunately the day that his mom popped him out. All right. That's okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Dort, it says, despite Trump's attempts to hype the event, attendance appeared light. There were considerably fewer people on the National Mall on Saturday than there would be for a typical 4th of July celebration. Damn, that's crazy. And attendance at Trump's parade was dwarfed by the millions, that's plural, millions who showed up at roughly 2,000 anti-Trump No Kings protests in cities and towns all over the country. That's crazy. That is crazy. I love it. I absolutely love it. That's fantastic. I'm wearing a hat today because sometimes I wear hats. And this is actually still one of my favorite hats, despite a few different things. But this is still one of my favorite hats. It definitely says it's not all about you. So yeah, there's that. Which is something that people need to actually understand, especially Trump supporters. So there's that part. All right, so it says Trump spoke less than 1,000 feet away from the spot he delivered a speech that riled up tens of thousands of his supporters he had called to the city on January 6, 2021. We should talk about that. Trump told them to march on the Capitol to intimidate his own vice president into awarding him a second term, even though he had lost the 2020 election. Yeah. Oh, it actually says more than 140 police officers were assaulted by Trump's mob, with one dying hours later and 4 others dying from suicide in the coming weeks and months. Tap, tap, tap the screen, guys. Yep. I want to see, can we get the numbers? Like, you know he's going to lie, right? You know he's going to lie. He's going to lie and he's going to say something stupid like, millions of people showed up to my parade and it was the biggest, most beautiful parade that there ever was.
Here. Hands up now, Mexicans.
Go.
We've heard
right
that
now.
We've heard that you've been carrying a Mexican in here.
Boy, get out of my room. Go. Hey, does anyone want an 11-year-old?
Hey, does anybody want?
Go.
Does
What are you
anybody
doing?
want a 38-year-old?
What are you doing?
Hey, does anybody want a 39-year-old?
Don't be trying to tell people how old I am. Get out. Thanks. Love you. Bye. Anybody? He comes with snacks. Yeah, he randomly says stuff. He just randomly says stuff, guys. Okay? I don't know, but I would thank you, Sasha. That is the first time I've ever done a Trump impression that hasn't been of anything, that's been worth anything. And Bubba came in and threw me off. Now I got to figure it out again. God damn it. I know I am almost 60. Almost 60 with an 11-year-old is wild behavior. I don't know what I was thinking. I have no idea what I was thinking. I don't know what I was doing. Anywho, moving on. Okay. So with that being said, let me try again. I can't get it back. I'm stuck. I can't get it back. I can't get it. My Trump impression's gone. And I was doing so well. So well. The most beautiful, fudge, never mind. I give up. Damn it. I was in the zone too. I was in the zone with my impression. That was crazy. Anywho, check the Discord chat. Okay. Doop bop. Doop. What's this? That should be where I sent for it, yeah. Oh, it's a video. I can't do anything with this video, but thank you for sharing it. I want to see the crowd though. Let me see the crowd. Let me mute it so people on YouTube and Twitch don't hear it. Whoa, guys. Y'all need, I want to show you all this so bad. Ah, dang it. Where's this from? Okay, let me go here. I want to show you all this so darn going bad. I hope I don't catch a whatchamacallit for it, but I really want to show you all this so bad. The crowd went mild. The crowd went mild, guys. The crowd went mild. Absolutely sad. Sadness all around. Okay. Can you guys hear it? Look at that. Look at the empty bleachers. Oh my gosh, that is so sad. Oh, it's just emptiness all around him. Truth, but he's an island. Peninsula, maybe. No, he's definitely an island. It's this tank squeaking. Look like I'm talking tank. This is so sad. Damn, Trump. Sad to go out like that. That is so sad. That's so sad for him. Remember, y'all? Do y'all remember in his first term? The silent crowd is hilarious, though. No, not guys. It was so quiet you could hear a tank squeak. I was start saying that. I was like, guys, it was so quiet you could hear a tank squeak. I make me laugh. As long as I laugh, that's all that matters. CT, that's all that matters. Ask my friends. As long as I laugh, that's all that matters. I'm an only child. I am not new to this. I'm true to this. All right. So, anywho, why was the crowd so quiet? Why were they so quiet? Thank you for sharing that, Natalia. Why were they so quiet? They didn't want to cheer on their orange Mussolini, the mango Messiah. They didn't want to, show him some love. But do y'all remember in his first term, he would basically end like every single tweet with sad. Y'all don't remember that? He'd be like, the Democrats are stealing your money, sad. The Democrats want to let in all the immigrants and migrants and open up the borders, sad. Like everything was just sad. Or Bigley. I wonder what happened to Bigley. Why he stopped saying that? Why did he stop saying Bigley? That used to be fun. Sad. Okay, guys. All right, guys. Let's keep doing all of the good things. All right, keep tapping that screen, sharing the live. All right, knocking out these gift goals. Let me see. We have 18 more of the stars to go. The little stars, which are the rainbow stars, is what they're called. They're really, really pretty. I like them. They make me smile. So let's knock those out. Also, guys, we are $137 away from our daily donation goal. Pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. I want to thank you so much for your love, your support, your encouragement, and most definitely your engagement. Let's just keep doing all of the good things while we talk to Scooter. Scooter, hi. Did you vote for Trump?
Oh, but I do gotta express something. Isn't this the same dude that we took away all his businesses? We got like in trouble years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, before he became president the second time. Didn't they take the name off his building in New York City?
They did take the name off of his building in New York City, but he still has buildings all over the world.
Like, make it make sense. So they take everything away from Trump because I forget what he did. And then they make him like president like he wasn't going to take revenge out of that on American people.
So what's the correlation?
I mean,
because he is doing everything that he said he was going to do. You're right, Alexander.
But they took everything away from him.
Not necessarily.
They took his name off his building.
In New York.
Him so much money. Well, how do you think he was going to get out of that back by screwing American people over? This is what he's doing.
Okay.
I just mean, just make it make sense. That's the connection. I mean, why make a man president after the country, took away everything this man had, and then expect this man to help? It doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know what the heck's going on with America these days. I really just don't get it.
Well, a lot of people said that they I don't know how many like different type of political lives you watch, but a lot of them will come and say that they voted for him out of spite. for revenge. They wanted to get back, at Democrats. I just say they're maladaptive. They're maladaptive. They don't actually care.
It was just ridiculous. I mean,
Yeah.
it was just a ridiculous move. That's all I wanted to say. You have a good
Okay.
night.
All right, you too, love. Thanks for coming up. Yeah, it was they're maladaptive as fuck, y'all. I legitimately think I say this every single friggin' live. They need to go see the lady, yo. Like, get some therapy, seek help, seek understanding for why you lack empathy, why you're so selfish, why you're unable to, process information at a level in which you can actually deduce what's happening, because they don't. The wait and see approach really bothers me, because I don't understand. If someone tells you that they're going to do something that's bad, why do you hold out hope that they're not going to do something bad? Why do you want to wait and see? Why do you want to wait and see? Hey, Boom did say something earlier. Boom said, what did he say? He said that we just have to, that he voted for Trump. And yeah, Trump said those things, but they always saying stuff. So we don't know if they're going to do it. And so like, we got to just wait and see if they're going to do it. And I was like, what? Why do we have to wait and see when he told us that he was going to do a bunch of bad shit? Hey, y'all, did y'all like that Boom impression? I'm going to work on it. Hey, Miss Gina. So I wonder, why do you have to wait and see? Like, if you were getting to know someone, right? You were getting to know someone, y'all are talking, and they say some shit like, oh, yeah, I fucked up in my previous relationships by cheating. And, I'm working on that. And, sometimes I do be cheating. But, I don't think I'm going to cheat on you. But I might. But, I can't be sure. Are you going to keep talking to that person? Or are you going to wait and see if they're going to cheat on you? Are you going to wait and see? If they say they have a history of DV, right? Or you find out that they have a history of DV, are you going to wait and see, if they're going to continue that history on you? No. You're not going to wait and see. I just want to know, what's the stopping point? Like, what does Trump have to say, or what does he have to do for you to be like, you know what? I can't stand beside that anymore. Yeah, no, people like toxicity. No, everyone seek therapy. There's different types of therapies that you can have, guys. All right, talk therapy isn't the only one. William Young, you really think that he's the GOAT? You might be a bot, but you can come up. Yeah, look at you, got your darn going invites off. So guess what, William? You don't get to yap in the comments. You can yap from outside of the club. All right, guys, tap the screen. Let's keep doing all the good things. All right, yeah, because ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. I refuse to believe it. So yeah, like, what do you want to wait and see? What are you waiting to see? What are you waiting? What are you waiting for? Thank you, Emma. I appreciate that. I'm going to tell my son you said that. And he's going to be like, no, you're not. And I'm like, yeah, I am. They said I am. So there's that. All right. So, yeah. Like, bruh, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Tell us, please. All right. So, yeah, guys, keep tapping the screen, sharing the live. Please don't make me say the B word. I really don't want to say the B word, but I will. I will. I will say the B word. And then y'all gonna get mad at me and say, Erica, why do you keep doing this to us? It's because you didn't invite your Trump-loving mama, sister, brother, cousin, uncle, auntie, baby mama, twice removed fucking brother, cousin, uncle, kunkle. I don't know. I used to say something. I don't remember what I used to say. But like, tell them to come on by. Let's have a conversation, because why not? Why the freak not? we're waiting for him to get kicked out of the door. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The Republicans don't have the balls to do it. All right. And they are benefiting. They're benefiting for what it is that he's doing. All right. So, yeah, they benefit from what it is that he is doing and lines their pockets. Market manipulation, anyone? So there's that part. All right. So, like, come on. I mean, by what? By May of this year, the president had already made $300 billion. You think that those people haven't made any money? Of course they made money. They're all making money. And that part, if you came up here and you said that part to me, I would believe you. All right. But somehow, some way, I'm not even going to mention that. I do not want to get taken down for misinformation. If you were here at the beginning of the live, you know where I was about to go with that. But we're not even going to touch that one with the 10-foot pole. I'm going to leave it alone. There we go. All right, guys. So yeah, please keep tapping the screen, sharing the live. All right. So yeah, let's do that. All right, and I'm gonna do a real one. All right. If you have a MAGA or BLAGA loving mother, cousin, brother, uncle, bronco, it could be a sister wife. All right. It can be your baby mother's twice removed third cousin auntie. Don't matter. All right. Because if it's not you, then it's them. Hey, Trinity. Nice to see you, dear. Trinity, one day I hope that you actually request up. I'm going to send your request, Trinity. One day I hope. Please do. Hey, for real though, I'm not going to say this again. All right. If you block Boom, all right. If you block Boom, you're going to be removed as a mod. I want y'all to stop doing that. I say that in kindness. Okay. Stop doing that. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. All right, guys. So keep doing all of the good things. All right. Keep doing all of the good things. All right. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. I don't understand. But it never makes sense why. How is the reason most Black folks that I've come across who do support Donald Trump, please, I don't take anything that Boom says seriously. I need y'all to stop. I don't take nothing that Boom says seriously. Nothing. Boom is the man that stands on the corner. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Boom is the man who stands on the corner with some natty ice or maybe some wild Irish rose. He definitely has on crew socks with Tim's, denim shorts, and a white tank top. All right. That is him. All right. That is Boom, and Boom is going to say something outrageous with maybe 2% truth in it. And you be like, you know what? I'm going to pray for you, brother. And then, or you be like, don't make eye contact. All right. All right. Okay. All right. All Boom wants is for you to eat healthy. That's all he wants. He just wants for you to eat healthy. That's it. He just cares about your health. All the other stuff, you can't take him seriously. You can't take him seriously. He has a hat made out of newspaper is wild. Oh, yeah, and make money in the stock market. That's right, Corey. That's right. Boom just wants you to be able to make money off the stock market. That is right. All right. That is right. Whew. And he wants you to eat green grapes. That is correct. Okay. So, yeah. All right. I don't mind Mr. Boom. I've been friggin' dealing with Boom since before the election. So there's that part. Thank you for the heart me. Hey, Auntie's friend. Okay. But yeah, guys, let's see what's going on. Because I think I may call it and go outside. I might change pants, go outside. Do I want to drive all the way out there, though? I need to ask my friend how it's going before I do so. So there's that. But yeah, guys, let's see here. If you voted for Donald Trump, by all means, go ahead and request up. All right, go ahead and request up. Let's keep doing all of the good things. And you know what? He's the only one that's brave enough to do this shit. So let's see what happens. Where are all the Trump supporters? They be everywhere. I think they don't want to come over here because they have a fear of being like racist or misogynistic. Oh,
You got people getting me
awesome.
restricted.
Yeah, I don't. I gotta stop that.
They
I already gave
blocking
out
and
the
getting
warning
restricted.
boom. I already gave the warning boom. All right, we're not doing that again. Devontae, do you want your chance? Okay, guys, quick warning. Turn down your phones. Turn down your phones. But what were we talking about before you went bye-bye?
Every time I bring that William Cooper, that's why that's why
Stop
I'm
talking
still.
about William Cooper then.
That's it. That's why. That's what. Now you know the big secret.
It's not a secret, Boom. It's a
It
conspiracy.
is a secret. It is.
No, it's not. Boom, you were kind of saying some outlandish stuff.
I got other things. Close that door. I got other things going on over here that be happening to me already because of things that I know. So I don't. People got their own thing. I know what I know is things happening to me about what I know. That's why I know what I know is more important than what these people are voting about.
I don't know what that means. Like,
That's
what
why I
do
said
you know?
you gotta know about William Cooper and other things that I know about. The health situation and the diet, they attack people like black BLK men like me. And they do things to us, mess with our cars, and you finding tickets on your car, you ain't even never parked there. They do things to us that we go through out here because they know the stuff we know. They don't want me in the system. Because they know if I get around the youth, I'm gonna start teaching them the law and all that. They don't want me around them.
You already in the system though, Boom. You serve time.
No, I'm talking about like you go to records out and all that kind of stuff. That's why you would check this out. When they pull you up, they want you to tell them if you're on parole or not. That's why, because if you on parole, it's like you got a great, like if it ain't that serious, because they don't want you in that bullpen. If you was up north before, they know you know certain stuff. So they don't want you in them bullpen around the youth that's about to go. They don't want you educating them youth. So they like, let me know you on parole. They won't let you go through the system. Then you got kind of like a pass. It got to be something real serious. I was on parole 12 years. They've been doing that with me. They said, let me know. And then why you want me to let you know? And then I see when I get in there, when I had to go in there, the youth don't know nothing. I had to help them with the law library and all that stuff. Because it was like I worked in the law library. They don't know the law. They wasn't reading. They didn't know nothing. Without their phone, they don't know nothing. These new kids. When I went in the system when I was 19 years old, I knew the law. We was going to a law library. With legal work, going to a law library. These kids don't do that. They don't do that. They don't know how to read or something. I don't know what's going on. So that was my second time on Rikers Island from the time when I went in back in the days. And the people say the new generation is smarter. I don't see how. When you see them without their phone, they don't know nothing. Talk to them when they in prison when they ain't got their phone. They don't know nothing at all. If they don't got that Google search, they don't know nothing. That's why I end up working in the law library on Rikers Island. Damn near. That's why every time if I happen to go in there, they need me. Because they want to go home. That's why I don't have no problems in there. Because they end up needing me. When I go to law library, they're on my case, they ask me, yo, can you help me with this? Could you help me? And I'm helping them with their case and jeopardizing cases for them and helping them. They wasn't like how we was when I was growing up. When I was growing up, we was doing that now, like that. We was 19, 18 on Rikers Island. We knew the law. We had legal work on our hand going to court. These ones that's going to court having beef about Bud and arguing about Drake and all that kind of shit. What you arguing about dudes and male rappers and all that kind of stuff? We didn't argue about no rappers when I was growing up. About Drake and all that kind of stuff.
You sure did.
No, we did not.
How old are you, Boom?
I'm 48.
You 48, so you didn't argue.
I never had no argument about
you
either.
You lied.
When you saw something, you can look at any movie that emulates
So
the
you're
90s.
telling me you ain't had no conversations about who was better between Big and Pac, Jay and Nas.
That's not my generation. That's what I said.
I'm trying to think of somebody. It is your generation. You're 48 years old. I know how old you are.
That's not my generation, man.
Let me see who else. Oh God, I'm trying to think. You ain't had no thoughts on the Roxanne Shantae, all the different Shantaes.
I'm trying to tell you, that's not my generation.
You ain't had no thoughts on KRS-One, none of them. And it is your generation, actually.
I just told you, that's not my generation.
KRS-One ain't your generation?
Oh, KRS-One, yeah. That's what KRS-One right
You
there.
had no thoughts on them?
Thoughts about what? I just told you, we never had no argument. You never saw somebody say, Yo, Carol's one is. I was experimenting on Rikers Island. I told you I'm on in the Beacon. Me and my people, cause we older, we got our table where we sit in the right here.
I always have to make sure that I'm right about this stuff. It was MC Shan and Marley Marl.
What are you talking about though?
Remember that when KRS-One had beef with them?
I'm not talking about the beef.
But you said that the young boys in the jails right now, all right, all they do is talk about.
You know, listen, that's why I'm trying to help you understand what I mean. I'm telling you what I mean, what I say.
But I really think that you're trying to.
Yeah, but another person can't come like Naquan be doing. He can't come out of nowhere and disrespect what I'm saying. I'm my own man. I got my own reason about the 90s. No other man can come on this panel cause he's that age too and have my understanding of my past.
Boom. I'm gonna ask you a question. It's a personal question. Okay, it is a personal question. All right, and I do ask you this with a lot of respect. All right, and it actually will help me because where I grew up, how I grew up. All right, just so I can have an understanding. Boom. Boom. Did you how can I put this respectfully? Boom. Did you do rock, C-Rack? Did you do that? Are you a recovering addict?
Hell no.
Okay, so you never been an addict.
How could I? How?
I'm just asking.
Did I tell you I'm 48?
You said you're 48, yeah.
All right, so what that tell you?
That tells me that you grew
I'm
up
born in 76, right?
Yeah, you grew up in the 80s when, you know.
No, that means I'm born in 76, and that means when the smack came, I'm the one that be the one that made that terminology, the smackhead and all that. That came from us. We were the children that got bothered in school when their parents would use. I was 9, 10 years old. I was 10 years old when that came.
Did you grow up in the 90s too?
What I just told you.
Listen, my mom was born in 71. And
in 86.
She's only a few years older than you. And
listen.
She literally
in 86.
And them folks was doing that stuff, not my mom.
At 10 years old? You think it was 10 years old? I'm trying to tell you. You think it was 10-year-old children?
Bruh, they had 13-year-olds out there strung out on that stuff. What are you talking about?
You saw when? When you saw a bunch of 13-year-olds on Smack in the 80s?
I said that they had them. I didn't say it was a bunch of them. I had.
That's what I said.
Don't act like it didn't happen.
I'm saying if that was a extremely rare situation. That person should be. I should know that name of that person. That should be.
And they also had teenagers out there doing it too. 17, 18-year-olds doing it also. What are you talking about?
What year was that?
In the 80s, the mid 80s.
I don't. That's what I said. I don't know when you get.
Are you one of those people that basically think like if you didn't see it happen or you never experienced, then it never happened?
No, I'm telling you, it was rare.
My math is hold on.
Those are super rare occurrences.
Hold on, I have to address a comment. Excuse me, my math is mathing. Yes, I am almost 60. All right. I am almost 60. And yes, my mother was born in 71. All right. If the math don't make sense to you, then that's just a personal problem. I feel like you should deal with it. Love you. Okay. Go on, Boom. Come off mute. Because you really
I'm the generation
like shit didn't happen. You really act like it wasn't kids out there getting darn on hooked on this crap. I mean, this crap. I meant to say
that's what I said. You sound like when you say that, when you do that, I'm trying to tell you that was so rare that was something like, say, a white tea lady that's from out that don't know, she had that kind of point of view. Oh, she sees some. Oh, that's how it. No, that was like some scary white tea lady. If you saw somebody a teenager, that was very extremely rare that you saw somebody doing that in the 80s, somebody, a teenager. I told you when they came, my mom was in their 20s. I was 10 years old. My mom told me when she was 19. So it was, I had a long time when it was nobody out here doing that kind of stuff like that. It was just the 86 came. That's what I said. Y'all ain't get to see.
I think it's just because you didn't get to see it happen. You are talking. You've been talking. Boom.
I'm not finished. I'm trying to make a point though. I'm making a point. This is why I'm trying to make a point.
Don't do that.
I'm trying not to go too high.
Don't do that, Boom.
Y'all didn't get to see. I'm trying to tell you, I got to see a good amount of time out here in New York before it got that candy came and when people were communicating different. Y'all didn't get to see that if you ain't a certain age. So when 86 came, remember, before 86, in the projects, I'm talking about in Brooklyn projects, you could keep your door open. 84, 85, you keep your door open, all the projects.
Okay, well, yeah.
See,
sure.
yeah,
You're
see,
telling me that in Brooklyn, New York, in the 80s, you could keep your door open.
yes.
You a damn lie. You
Why would I
lying.
love him?
You
So
lying.
I don't know. That's what I'm going. It's hard for me to talk. That's why I said this kind of stuff. We got children. My son is right here. Now I'm lying about. Why would I lie about something like that? And I'm telling him. I tell him the stories in front of my moms and all that. He hears the stories with the family. You think I'm lying to my son about this? He's right here when I talk to you. He hears the whole family talk about all this stuff I'm talking to you about. The whole
Between
family.
the 70s and the
on
80s in New
Thanksgiving
York,
and all
crime
that.
was at an all-time high.
I don't like I just told you. In 84 and back, you would keep your door open in the project. And it didn't matter about the crime because the crime was them dudes kept that between each other.
That's a lie.
Dudes didn't talk like that. That's a lie. Why do you think you hear about athletes talking about, yo, he kept me up the street?
That's a lie.
That's
They were literally kidnapping and during going to get revenge. They were during going kidnapping and unaliving kids. What is you talking about?
That's why I said
Listen,
these are
boom.
these are very rare situations.
Stop it. Stop it right now. Stop.
You talking about some shit from Payton?
Boom, don't make me do that again. Boom, don't make me do that again. All right, boom. You're not the only one that grew up in the projects, okay? You're not the only one who heard the stories. You're not the only one who experienced shit, okay? You're not the only one, all right? You're a damn lie if you say that you can leave your doors unlocked in the projects. That was not a fucking thing, all right? And I don't mean to curse at you, Boom. Actually, I do. Fuck it. I do mean to curse at you because you're being ridiculous, all right? I grew up in the projects also, all right? I know what it was like, all right? I remember when the young lady that I thought was a fucking beauty queen, all right, was unalived. Trigger warning, guys.
You're telling me that me and my mother lied to my son on Thanksgiving?
Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. I remember when the young lady.
Me and my mother lied to my son.
No, you see, you're not being respectful. You're gonna be quiet, all right? Because you're not the only one with stories, all right? You're not the only one who experienced family who may have experienced family members.
I ain't tell you lying.
You
said I'm lying.
C-Rex. You're not the only one with stories, Boom.
You said that I'm lying.
If you saying that this stuff did not
like me and my
happen,
mother lied to my son about the past.
you saying that this stuff did not happen,
Yeah, my mother
is
told
where
that
I
story to my
started
son
to
about
be
the past. But they lied to him.
disrespectful. See, this is the problem, Boom. Be quiet. You get to talk. You get to ramble on. I sit here and I listen. All right. As soon as I oppose you, you want to keep on yelling. You want to talk over me. Stop it. Stop it. He ain't still here. He's back. You got to stop. Kids were being unalived as retribution for stuff that their brothers and their dads were doing. Children were getting hooked on that bullshit all across the country, especially in Black communities. Like, Boom, you can take offense all you want to, but you can't tell someone that something didn't happen. You can't do that. Now, your family may have left your doors unlocked, but that was not a thing in the projects. You did not leave your doors unlocked. That wasn't a thing. Like, come on. Like, we can invite darn going 1,000 people up here who grew up in the damn projects, all right, and ask them, did you leave your doors unlocked, especially in the 80s, in the early 90s? Guess what they all gonna say? No. A massive consensus, no. You can keep spamming what you want to spam in the chat, Boom, but I think you're full of poop, Boom. You're full of poop. Like, what part of Brooklyn did you grow up in? Park Slope? Is that a part of Brooklyn? I don't know. I'm not from New York. Ain't no way in the world. Exactly. Exactly. Tell me something, you left your doors unlocked. Like, what utopia did you grow up in?
That's Cordell?
I'm sorry?
Like I just said, you can say what you want. Talk to people.
Guys, tap the screen, share the live. Let's keep doing all other good things. Let's keep.
You
doing
can't
all
blame
the good
Donald
things.
Trump on this and that. ICE are doing their job.
What
They
is you
just doing their
talking
job,
about,
getting them
Nagga?
illegals
How you
out
just
here.
come in yapping?
And
Like,
he just
you
getting them
haven't-
out.
You haven't even been introduced yet. I'm not doing this with both of y'all at the same damn time. Like, have some decorum.
Why
Okay?
blame Trump for? He just getting them out of here.
You gonna tell me about the
Sure,
80s? You
real
wasn't even
person.
born in the 80s.
Who wasn't born in the 80s?
You wasn't even around in the 80s.
I was around in the 80s, baby.
You don't know about it. If you
I
saying
do
that the
know
door
about
was
the
open
80s.
in the project.
That doors definitely weren't open. Anywho, boom.
So what project you was living at? To be saying that. You lived in Real
You think
Project?
I'm gonna dox myself for you? I'm not from New York.
It's not Donald Trump's fault. He's getting.
No, why you
guys.
speaking New York then?
I want both of you to stay on mute.
Speak on New York and say you're from there.
Boom. Go on mute. I want to say something. Thank you so much for extending your sub. I can't see who it is. Oh, Shauna. Thank you so much for extending your sub. Guys, I have MAGA up here and I have Boom. All right. I am just one woman. All right. Okay. I may need something to drink. Hard, something tough, something that stings a little. All right. Or I just may need therapy. All right. I may need to see the lady more than once a week. Okay.
Yeah, the truth, I ain't think the truth would bother you. I thought you know about that. I ain't think the truth would bother you.
Boom. I'm talking. Stop it. I'm talking. Okay. All right. With that being said, pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. We're $137 away from our daily donation goal. All right. Everything with Erica is the name. PayPal and Venmo. I also have a Zelle. Everything with Erica9@gmail.com. I appreciate y'all so very, very much. Let's take a deep breath in. We'll do one more. In through your nose, out through your mouth. We're gonna talk at one person at a time. So boom,
He's just getting the illegals out of here.
and we're gonna talk to
doing their
Magda.
job.
Magda, what are you talking about?
Doing their job.
ICE
They're
is
doing
not
their
just
job.
doing their job.
Why blame Donald Trump? They're just doing their
ICE
job.
isn't doing their job because they're first of all
getting
they're
the
wearing
illegals
masks.
out of
They're
here.
not announcing
Get
themselves.
the illegals out of here.
And say
They're just
undocumented
doing their
immigrants,
job.
please. Hey, change your script. Change your
Why
script.
blame Donald Trump?
What do you mean? Why blame
everything.
Donald? Because he's the president and he doesn't have an actual plan.
They're doing their job.
How is he doing his job, MAGA?
Getting the illegals out of here.
Okay, explain. Like, flesh that out for us.
Getting the illegals out of here.
Flesh it out for us, though. Like, explain how is he doing
now.
that? Is the border closed?
ICE is just doing their job. That's it.
MAGA, is the border MAGA, is the border closed?
Did Trump build the wall?
No.
I know they put me in prison for 12 years over here, so we've been doing so they gotta deal with their stuff. I dealt with mine.
He just getting them out of here.
Ain't nobody getting away with nothing. I did 12 years. You think somebody gonna come over and get away with
Boom.
something?
Stop talking.
They're gonna do their time too.
Boom. Stop.
Just get them out of here.
MAGA.
Do
I
you
need
want
you
the
to
illegals
update your
in the
script.
country?
Hey,
Do you
MAGA,
want
is the
the
border
illegals
open
in
or
the
is the border closed?
Do you want the illegals in the
Hey,
country?
all AI, leave the room, leave the chat.
Yeah, they ain't care when I was in
You
prison. Now
want
everybody
the
care about
illegals
somebody going
in
to
the
prison
country.
now. When
Yes
I was
or
in
no?
prison, nobody cared. I don't care about that shit now.
Not both y'all. You know what? I'm not doing both y'all at the
Do
same
you
time.
want the illegals in
Boom,
the
you
country?
can stick
Yes or no?
around, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm not doing this at the same time. I refuse. I am not gonna take such abuse. I'm just not doing it. I'm not.
Do you want the illegals in here? Yes or no?
What are you talking about?
Yes or no? Do
MAGA.
you want the illegals? They're
What
doing
are
their
you talking
job
about?
to get the illegals out of here.
But do you have anything else on your cue cards that you can actually say? Because how? Answer the question of how. Because yes, I do want immigrants in this country. I do. Why don't you want immigrants in the country?
You want the illegals in the country.
Why don't you want immigrants?
Why do you want
the
the
country.
illegals in the country?
Why don't you want
I don't want no
immigrants?
illegals.
Listen,
in the country.
update your script, get an update or factory reset, whichever one. Okay, MAGAs? But I need you to actually answer a question and engage in the conversation. If you can't do that, you can leave. Which one is up to you?
You want the illegals in the country? Yes or no?
Answer, I said, yes, I do want immigrants in our country. I
Explain.
do. I do. I don't have to explain anything to you. I want you I want you
Why do you
to
want
explain
me-
how Donald
He's
Trump
getting them out of here.
is going
He's
about
just
this.
getting them out of here.
What
He's
does that
getting them out of here.
mean?
We don't want
How
them
is
in
he
here.
doing it? Tell us how he's doing it. How is he doing it? Shuffle your cue cards and you tell us how he's doing it, Magus.
By sending ICE to get them out of here.
He's going against the Constitution. He's not allowing due process. ICE is going around in masks, covering their faces, not announcing themselves.
They're doing their
That
job.
is not due process.
job.
They're detaining people and not telling them why
Is
they're
that
being
not their
detained.
job? Yes or no?
That is an affront to habeas corpus.
Is it their job?
He's
Yes
not
or no?
doing his job. I don't believe that you are a real person. You can't be.
They're doing their job. Yes or no?
What's today's date, Magus?
Well, what's the job of ICE?
At Magus, what is today's date? Magus, what is today's date? We're waiting. Come on. You muted yourself. Don't go. I know you know what today's date is. I think it's a bot. Gotta be a bot. Got to be a bot. Ask them to reboot. Magas, you gotta come back. Guys, tap the screen, share the live. Let's keep doing all of the good things. Let's keep doing all of the good things. Magas, I don't like when people teacup. It makes me paranoid. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to come back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, there you go. Magas, what is today's date?
So what is ICE job description?
What is today's date?
What is ICE job?
What is today's date?
What they got to do with anything?
And what that has to do, I want you to prove that you're not a bot. What is today's
What
date?
Is ICE's job?
Yeah,
description?
yeah, Magas, you gotta go. You're ridiculous. Bye. You gotta go. America, I don't want to assume. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So with all that has happened in the last 5 months with Donald Trump, why do you still support him?
Okay. First of all, I'm a legal immigrant in America.
Ain't no way in hell. You didn't vote for Donald Trump then if you're an illegal immigrant. And also
I'm
it's
not illegal.
undocumented.
Legal.
Get out of here. Guys, tap the screen, share the live. Let's keep doing all of the good things. Let's just keep doing all of the good things. What is wrong with these people? What is wrong with them? What is happening? He said illegal. Oh, if you're legal, I don't know why you said it that way and you have an accent. If you're legal, he said illegal. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, Mookie. I mean, you don't see it. That's on me. That's on me. You can come back, America. You can come back. Hi, Chocolate. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
No, I didn't. I just really quick wanted to say I don't know how they're speaking on what's illegal when they voted for a convicted felon. So
Oh, yeah.
that's all I
We
have
know.
to say.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much, babes. I appreciate
No.
you.
I appreciate you. Thank you for having me up here. I did follow you.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I hope you have a great night.
You too.
Awesome. Y'all drop some hearts in the chat for Chocolate. Drop some hearts in the chat for Chocolate. Okay, America, my apologies. I didn't hear you fully. You said a legal immigrant. Okay,
Right.
so you're naturalized?
Yes.
Oh, okay, awesome. All right. Why did you vote for Donald Trump then? Actually, I don't care why you voted for him. Why do you
Yeah.
still support him?
Because he's doing the right things. Mainly, he's getting the legals out of here, which is so
Undocumented
unfair
immigrants.
to the legals. I waited 14 years to get my visa, and we got a background checks done, paid the fees, got a police clearance, and a large administration for 4 years let in millions of illegals in here, which is so unfair to the people like us who waited multiple years to come into America. And there was now you also saying like there's no due process when they're sending people back. There was also no process when they got people in, millions of them. Nobody got visa. Nobody got
I'm
a
sorry.
police
What
clearance.
was the
Nobody
last
had a
part? You
background
said there was
check.
no due process when what happened?
when they came in, when they let millions of people in with Biden
Do
administration.
you know what due process is?
Yeah, it's like visa. You have to get visa to get into another country.
That's a
They didn't get
colloquial. That's
they didn't give it-
colloquial,
they give-
I can't
yeah,
say
they-
the word right now. God
They
damn.
didn't check any backgrounds. So all these gangsters, rapists, no.
Watch
I
your
don't know what
language.
kind of
Let's
people.
use TikTok friendly language now. All right. We don't say those words here. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let me ask you a question because we don't even have to go into the numbers of it. All right. Because I know you're probably going to say some outrageous number when it comes to how many undocumented immigrants were actually that came into the country during the Biden administration. You know, man, have to do that. All right. Now I'm going to go down that road with you. Okay. Question I have for you. All right. If someone, all right,
Mm-hmm.
committed a grape in their home country, all right, should they be let into the United States? Yes or no?
No.
They should not. Okay. If someone committed SA, which stands for sexual assault, that's the only time I'll say it, in their home country, should they be let into the United States?
No.
Okay. All right. So why would you vote for a man, cast your vote for a man who was found civilly liable for SAing a woman? Why would you cast your vote for him? Why is he good enough to be president, but not good enough to come into the country? Make it make sense.
Well, I mean, at that time when we voted for him, he's the best option. He was a better option than Kamala. We cannot. There's no way we can continue another 4 years of what happened last 4 years.
So you're telling me a man with low moral standing, you got to be a pretty poop person to essay another human. You got to be ain't shit to do that.
I'm not even born in this country. I know who's better for this country.
America. No, you don't. Because how can you sit here and say that a person who essayed another person, so took something for them without permission, forced themselves upon another human being without permission, is fit for the highest office in the land? How do you justify that?
First of all, we don't even know if that's true. And the second thing is, it's
very
true. That does not mean that now you're going to bring this kind of people from other countries as well. You have enough of them over here. You don't have to bring criminals and all these other.
That's not what's happening.
These people from other countries.
So you think that a person who travels through mountainous terrain, treacherous terrain, I should say, hundreds of miles, sometimes in the sweltering heat, and sometimes in the deadly cold, because it gets really cold at night in the desert. All right, you think that person is going to do all of that traveling to this country just to get here and to commit a crime? That's what you think?
You know, this was the false hope given by the last administration that the people can come in here and they're going to be citizens and they're going to have a nice life. They knew not now, maybe another 4 years, Democrats now going to be in the power. So they knew so this was a false hope given to all those people.
That's BS.
Now it's not Trump's fault that they're getting.
It is Trump's fault. It's Trump's fault for a
Biden's
myriad
fault
of reasons. Trump is the one who got on TV almost every damn day, if not True Social, and literally said, the border is open. The border is open. Hey, the border is open. Biden and Harris have the border open. He spread the message that the border is open. All right. Trump is also the one who contributed to people actually having an influx in this country.
Even though if he was saying that, then what was Biden doing? Why he wasn't putting like army?
Biden deported more people than Donald Trump did in his first term. Donald Trump is deporting 20,000 less people a month than during when Joe Biden was. What are you talking about?
At the same time, he let millions more. At the same time, he had this app going on. A lot of people just from my country,
what was the
people
app?
I know
First
came in last.
Of all, what was the name of the app and what did the app do?
The CPAP app or whatever the thing was called. I'm not sure.
CBP1 app is what the name was. What did it do?
Anyway, people from my country
What did it
came
do?
within last 4 years, like in like
Sir, I didn't
thousands
ask you
of
about
them.
your country. I asked you, you mentioned the app. Tell the class, what did the app do?
It's just an app you apply that you want to come here and you're like you have a danger in your country. They just let you in. They actually flight you over.
That
They paid
is
for
so
all-
untrue. That is
That is
so
not-
very
that is
untrue.
true. They
No,
were
that is
flying
so
people
untrue.
over
The
on
CBP1, no, the
taxpayers' money.
CBP1 app literally only allowed people to use it. It was only usable at what is it? The ports. All right. So at points of entry is where it actually was allowed to be used. People still had to go through background checks, and what it allowed people to do is to track their case status. So to basically track their asylum status is what it allowed people to do. All right. And it
And
was,
asylum is not even true.
I'm sorry. what?
99 people out of 100, they apply asylum wrongly. They don't even need asylum over here. I know a lot of people from
You
my
do
country,
need
they
to
apply
have
asylum.
for
They
us.
don't
We
need
have
asylum.
different forms of immigration here. What are you talking
99
about?
people out of 100 do not need asylum. They just use asylum to live in this country, just to
So
be
are
here.
you saying that people are lying?
Exactly.
Okay. How do you know that?
I know many people from my country, my like friends who doesn't need asylum. They are here within last 4 years under Biden, and they have applied for asylum while we waited 14 years for our visa. They just came to the border. They paid a lot of money to these people in Mexico and other countries. They come through Panama and they just walk through, and all they fly them over to Mexico, and then they let them in over here. A lot of people made a lot of money. All these cartels and everybody, they made
So are
tons
you
and thousands
mad?
of money.
So yeah, like, are you mad that other people were able to pay to get into the country? I mean, because Donald Trump definitely
Yes,
supports
because
that.
there should be a process. Because I waited
No.
14 years. My family
Donald
waited
Trump
14
supports
years.
that. You know that, right?
Supports what?
He supports that. He supports people paying to come into the country. He does.
Yeah,
You
they
heard
didn't.
of the
Yeah,
$5 million
exactly.
gold cards.
Yeah, they have to pay to
Gold
the
visas.
US. They didn't pay to the United States of America. They paid to these Mexico cartels.
No, it's not about who actually they were paid, but he supports people paying to come into the country. He supports
Yeah, they
that.
should be paying our country, so it helps our people over here, not to other countries.
Oh, I'm
and then
so
they come
happy
over here
that
for
you.
free.
I am so happy that you said that. All right, so let's see.
And now those
on
people
average, how
also-
much do you
and-
think that
and-
undocumented immigrants and
now,
migrants
actually, under
pay
Biden,
into?
these-
You keep talking. I don't want to have to mute you, but how it works is that you say something, I say something. That's typically how a conversation goes.
Okay.
So, like I said, I'm glad that you mentioned that they should be paying our country. All right, I'm really happy. All right, so on average, how much do you think undocumented immigrants and migrants pay into in taxes?
I don't know about that, but when
Do
people
you think that they
came
pay
here-
taxes?
But we spend a lot more on that.
Sir,
Whatever
do
they,
you
I don't know how
think
much
that
they
they
pay
pay
on taxes,
taxes?
but our government spent a lot more on illegals. They were given these hotels. They were
Oh my
given
God!
these
Please
debit
be so
cards.
for
They
real.
were given
That's
cash.
already been
They
debunked.
were given a free insurance and everything. While we
That
were
is not
hard over
true.
here, their
That's
taxes,
not
they were
true.
given. I know people,
That is
friends
not
of
true.
mine. They were given all these cards.
That is not true. That is just a flat out lie, and I bet you don't have any sources to actually back it up. So there's that part. I am a witch. Thank you so much. I like that witchy hat. Thank you, Shauna. Okay, you don't have any sources to back that up. Like, I'm legit frustrated with y'all coming up here and just going off of vibes. Like, you have no sources for that. All right. Undocumented immigrants do pay taxes. Okay, there's that part. That's the first part. All right. It's also estimated that over the next 10 years, they're going to pay $1 trillion in taxes. All right, that's $100 billion a year that goes directly to our governments, all right, local, state, and federally. So there's that part. They do not qualify. Now, you did not skedaddle. Not the skedaddle. Come on. Come on. No skedaddling. Anywho, undocumented immigrants, all right. The only state where they actually do get Medicaid benefits, undocumented immigrants, is going to be the state of California through the CHIP program. All right. And California is actually looking to cut that program because it is expensive. That's California. That's not a federal thing. All right. Also, additionally, the only thing federally that undocumented immigrants do qualify for is emergency Medicaid, but even some states like Texas don't even allow that. All right. And from 2017 to 2023, all right, they actually spent, I believe, about 36 billion. Not even billion, it was million, 36 million in emergency Medicaid for undocumented immigrants. So it's not even a lot of money. It's not. Who's worse? I don't know. MAGA wins is worse because MAGA wins is a bot. All right. All I asked what the date was. I'm gonna start asking that question when they come up. What's today's date? If you can't tell me today's date, then I'm just gonna have to drop you. All right. That was insanity. But guys, yes, please keep tapping the screen, sharing the live, doing all of the good things. We have 4 more of the witchy hats to go, and we're still $137 away from our daily donation goal. All right, pay links are available in the bio. If you are enjoying the education and entertainment that you are receiving, Lord knows my brain hurts. All right. I know y'all think that Black women labor is free. Do I have to get Santana in here? Because y'all only listen to him. Y'all don't listen to me. All right. I taught that man everything he knows. You can tell him I said that. I taught him everything I know. All right. And listen. All right. Pay links are in the bio. I appreciate all the love, the support, the encouragement, and the engagement. Y'all are pretty friggin' awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this Saturday evening. All right. And so, yeah. There's that. There is that. If you voted for Donald Trump, by all means, go ahead and request up. Don't be afraid. Just know that you cannot yap in the comments. My mods will send you a request. If you do not accept said request, you can definitely yap from outside of the club because this ain't a safe space for you. All right. Pay links are definitely in the poll along in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. All right. I wish I could get a Cash App, but Cash App said, fuck you and your mama too. And I was like, no, Cash App, no. So there's that part. Anywho, I'm only looking for Trump supporters. So only request up if you voted for Donald Trump. If you voted for Donald Trump, go ahead and request up. There we go. What do you guys think is next? Like, how do you think Trump is going to react to his parade being empty? It is exhausting. I'm mind for a lot of different spaces. It's exhausting. All right. But yeah, what do you think? How do you think Trump is going to react? Like, I think he's going to like get on Truth Social and he's going to say like, yes, it was such a big crowd, the most beautiful crowd you'd ever had. I see my Trump. See, Bubba really fucked me up. I was doing such a good Trump impression earlier. All right, yeah. So you're allergic to Trump? I have Trump. I'm sorry to hear that. Might want to go see somebody about that. Yeah, he is. He's going to say like, it was 1 million people. It was 1 million people. Don't let the fake news lie to you. The lying liberal media lie to you. It was 1 million people there. More people showed up to my parade than any rally, any protest, any riot held around the country. It was big. It was beautiful. It was amazing. I couldn't imagine a better crowd. The tanks were great. They were beautiful. We did everything right. All right, we're going to do it again, guys. Just you wait. We're going to do it again. All right, this time, next time, we're gonna make sure that we get all of my friends to come. You know, we're going to dig Epstein up and have him come out and sit front row. We're definitely going to have Puff Diddley there. Make sure that he's there. So, yeah, guys, big, beautiful crowd. Big, beautiful crowds. Couldn't have asked for anything more. All right, I tried with the Trump impression. I don't know. My son thought it was funny, so I got to laugh from it. All right, that's all that matters. Okay. So there's that. But yeah, he's going to. So yeah, guys. All right, I tried with the Trump Democrats and Gavin Newsom. All right, they didn't want me to succeed, but I succeed anyways. Yeah, there's that. So there's that. I think I'm about to call it. All right. It's 9 o'clock. I still have time. I can go out. I see what my friends are doing. I can do it. Change pants, go outside. That's what I think about to do. That's what I'm about to do. Because why the fuck not? Nice try, Daddy. Yeah, all the MAGAs do need to see therapists. They really, really do. They really, really should seek therapy. Yeah, it's just a mess. It's just a mess. Like, I mean, can you still be sad at the expected though? Like, or do you still yourself? Like, you make yourself like, you know, not have a reaction to all the shit that's going on. Like, is that what we do? All right. If you didn't vote for Trump, I'm gonna drop you. I just want to let you know. Hi, Tony. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Oh, no. I just came up to really tell you how much I like your show. I was browsing earlier, and you seem like a really well-balanced, person talking about the topics and stuff. And I agree with a lot of the things that you say, because every time I talk to these mega, I think they seem like they just some evil, hateful, got problems people. Got one guy on here, he talking about all of the violence. There wasn't a lot of violence in this protest. There may have been some spotted violence, but they just seem to really be in this cult, and they can't think objectively whatsoever. And I was talking with this guy on his live today about how he made such disparaging remarks about George Floyd. And I told him, I think that's to be a black man, that was pretty hateful, and why would you say something like that?
Because he probably wasn't doing that well at the conversation or the debate, so he figured he'd resort to bigotry.
Yeah, this was the host, and he had made some comments, and I said, man, I think, that would be like me. I'm a black man. And I see you as, having a different political ideology than me, but I see 10 people jump on you, and I just turn my head and say, hey, forget him. He a mega. Let them do whatever they want to do. It just was really very insulting, no matter what George Floyd's background. That had nothing to do with it. The man should have eased up and took his knee off his neck. Whether George Floyd was wrong or whatever his past was, he still was a human being. And that was the point that I was making. And this mega guy they really got a lot of nerve. You know what I'm saying? They have a lot of nerve, and they are in the minority. And most of them are very uneducated young brothers. They haven't, completed any, level of college or postgraduate studies or anything like that. And so they just gravitate toward this ideology about Trump, while he is basically making billions of dollars in the crypto market.
Exactly. Yeah.
And doing nothing for the economy. Joe Biden, his record was a whole lot better. I mean, he elected, put in place the first African-American Supreme Court justice. He put more black judges.
African-American woman.
Yeah, I'm sorry. African-American woman, his record for African-Americans is sterling when you look at it compared to Trump. So they just, I don't know where they get this ideology of this mega, especially these young black men, but they really sound very.
It was, I can't remember. It was Bannon. He strategist. He someone mentioned it the other day that he's a great strategist, and he is. He did the red pill ideology. They needed a way to reach young black men, and that was the way to actually reach them. Inundating them with anti-woman rhetoric. Basically, it's like an aspiration almost, and that you too, if you work hard enough, you too could be like this.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's something that they worked on. They did it really, really well, especially via social media, because that's something that young people consume a lot. Even our generation. I don't know how old you are. I'm almost 60, but
I'm 67.
a lot of us are unfortunately 67. Okay, so you get it. A lot of us unfortunately are chronically online. So that's where we pick up a lot of our info from. And one thing that the right has been able to do successfully is use social media to get their messaging out.
Yeah,
All right,
I
they
mean,
do a great job of appealing to young people.
Hi, I'm Gregory.
yeah,
I just want to let you know I like your show. I just started watching you today. You do a fantastic job on attacking the mega people. They need to learn their facts and history. And before mega people come up on here, they literally need to know Trump's policies because every single time they come into a box, they don't know shit. I am a liberal Democrat from Massachusetts.
Yeah, but Trump doesn't
yeah.
have any policies. But
No.
Greg, it is. Mr. Tony was talking, so just one
Sorry
moment,
about
okay?
that.
No, I mean, he's okay because like, you know, he was very respectful and, you know, he wasn't attacking me. So he was kind of, you know, on the same page that I was on. So, you know, but I just think it's just ridiculous. I think, you know, and I have a master's degree in public administration. I've been in government for 30 years, retired from government, sent both my kids through college, got grandkids, and I'm talking to young people on TikTok, and simply
You got
because
grandkids?
yeah, I got grandkids.
I'm almost 60 with an 11-year-old. It's absolutely insanity over here.
Yeah, no, my son is 34. My daughter is 32. She actually works in Washington, D.C.
Oh, that's awesome.
for the government. She has a master's, and you know, I'm talking to young people, and they're talking about you know, just making these really stupid comments to me. I'm a grandfather. You were out here, and I say, well, you know, I know people who are LGBTQ, and I don't really have a problem with them because they're human beings, and they can have whatever lifestyle. I might have mispronounced the acronym, but you know,
but it's okay.
yeah,
LGBT.
but,
I can't wait.
yeah,
You
you know,
mess it up.
but you know, I respect everybody's choice and what they do. And so, you know, these people to be getting on here and talking to senior citizens like myself, telling me I'm you know, just making insulting remarks shows how uneducated, you know, you cannot go in a political science class on a college campus and have those kind of ideas. The teacher will pull you to the professor will pull you to the side and say, listen, you got to learn how to accept different. And this is how you grow. But when you don't have that education.
But I don't know if it's even necessarily about, well, I can say it is about education, but it's the curiosity, the need to be inquisitive. They don't like learning because they don't like anything that goes against what they already believe.
Yeah.
Right? Because if it goes against what they believe, then I feel like they take it as an affront to themselves that, okay, maybe I'm not as smart as I thought I was, or like, how could I be wrong? I think that a lot of them just suffer from maladaptive personality disorder, but I'm no psychiatrist and I can't like diagnose them, but that's what I think it is. They're just maladaptive and they lack empathy.
Yeah, I think so, you know, and it's very, like I say, for the guy to make those kind of comments about somebody losing their life will be like me and my community sitting back watching you get beat up by 25 people, and we say, oh, you know, that's a mega guy. We just gonna let him, you know, get the dog mess beat out of him. We would intervene and say, hey, wait a minute. We disagree with this person, ideology, his political, but don't do that to him, you know. But these people are just so arrogant and blinded, and they assault people every day, you know, and they don't realize Mr. Trump is just using them, you know. I mean, while he gets rich and richer.
Exactly. So someone in the comments did mention, I think it's a lack of critical thinking skills, which isn't something that you have to go to college in order to obtain. It's something that, you know, typically your parents teach you that. You typically have your critical thinking skills embedded in you by like the time you get out of high school. Learning how to do research and things and stuff that you can learn in high school. I think you just hone those skills in college and in in graduate school. But I don't know, a lot of
it's
hold on one moment. I'm gonna say this. I would say that with Trump supporters, the reason why I can have the conversations with them is because I know their tactics. They will come up, and some you can have a conversation with them in good faith. A lot of them are here just to put on a show and, you know, hope that they get some coins.
That's what it is.
They come, and if they can't get you to have the reaction that they're looking for, then they're going to resort to things like bigotry, or they'll do, you know, racism or sexism, misogyny, misogynoir, all that stuff like that. And then it's going to go into cruelty. So that's typically how it works. It's like, that's just literally what they do.
Yeah.
It's what they do. And also, Trump doesn't have any policies, by the way. Thank you so much, Ignorant Banana. Ignorant Banana is a hilarious username. Thank you so much for the witchy hat. All right. But yeah, it was great talking to you, Mr.
Yeah.
Tony. Thank you so much for coming up, love.
Yeah, I just stopped by to give you kudos. So yeah, have a good
appreciate
evening.
you.
I
You too,
appreciate
sir.
you.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Y'all drop some hearts in the chat for Mr. Tony. All right. Hi, Greg.
Hello, I just want to say thank you for having the show once again. Like I said, I'm a liberal Democrat, did not vote for Trump. I would have voted for Kamala, but I was driving down to South Carolina at the time. But yeah, a lot of these, I got family down here.
Hold on, time out. You didn't vote?
I had to move because the family was fighting cancer.
Oh, wow.
But I want to say you're doing a great job with these MAGA people, because a lot of them don't know crap about Trump or anything. They're just all out there to be fascism, and they want all illegals gone. And they got to remember that a long time ago, this nation was built by immigrants from the 1620s, when all people came over by ships. And now these days, they like to say
they were slaves.
Yes.
They were
and then they were saying
enslaved. Mm-hmm.
Now they're saying that, oh no, I'm from America. No, your ancestors weren't from here. Doesn't matter.
And yeah, definitely no one can be illegal on stolen land for sure. But definitely I would say, yeah, Chinese immigrants helped build the railroads, Irish immigrants, Italian immigrants, and so on did help build the factories and were the employees there. You know, African enslaved people were the ones who basically built the 13 colonies from the ground up. Especially our nation's capital, Philadelphia, parts of Virginia. Yeah, so I mean, there's that. I think that what we have is people who, for some reason or another, and I think this is a condition of white people, and I don't understand it, but what I've come to see and understand in talking to many different people is that for some reason or another, they have this fear that some way, somehow, that these people are taking something away from them. They don't know what it is that they're taking.
I don't either.
Yeah, they don't know what it is. They can never articulate what it is that's being taken away from them, but they're taking something, and we got to stop them. We got to stop.
It's like, I'm going to bring this up just so that white people can hear it. I'm white and I stand for all color because I do have color cousins and friends. We all get along. We all stand up with each other. It's like they just don't care. They wanted to make it look like we are living in a country again. I don't want that, people. I don't want a king. Sorry. No, go live somewhere else if you want a king.
Dr. Still, don't. Anywho,
but I appreciate it for you for doing this because I could not do it. But I just wanted to come up and say thank you.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. They think my labor is free, by the way. They think my labor is free, but it's okay.
I did have to put that comment in there about MAGA people. Go see a therapist because they might be able to help you.
They need some intense therapy.
All right. Thank you for the show. I appreciate it. I'll let you go.
Oh, of course, love. Thanks for coming up.
Bye.
Have a great night.
You too.
Huh. Yeah. All right, guys. That was fun. That was fun. Let's keep tapping the screen. Yeah, I'm not. Nope. Y'all not gonna get. Not today. Not today. Nope. That was gonna. That. I don't feel like it. I was talking to someone and I was talking about like how in the TikTok space, like for Black women, it is it can be difficult to panel in other spaces, like the bigger creator spaces, simply because as soon as we come on a panel, their default setting of racism and misogyny just kicks into place. They cannot have he could have just said black. Black is a word. Black is a word. And Dr. Steele, that's my girl, my name twin. I saw her reaction. I said, I'm not doing this today. I'm not doing it today. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Nope. Nope. I was talking about like 5 different things at once. Hey, white people, it's okay to say black. All right. We are black people. All right. Black people. And it's okay to say black. All right. Yes. It's okay to say black people. I want to let you all know that. All right. I know many of black people who do not prefer and do not like person of color. I don't like that. Don't say colored. All right. So there's that. How long have I been on? 2 hours. I might be about to call it because I might be tired. But yeah, it's okay to say black people. All right. Make sure you use people afterwards. Do not dehumanize us. We're not the blacks. All right. We're black people. All right. All right. Okay. There's that. Anywho, so yeah, like the default setting with them whenever like a black woman joins the panel is immediate misogyny and friggin' racism. And it's like we can't even have a conversation. Like, guys, if I spent every moment of each like talk that I have with these people pointing out their microaggression or pointing out the racism or the misogyny or sexism in their comments or the way that they speak to me, we literally, each conversation would probably be 45 minutes of me explaining it to them. That's it. It'll be that. And I like, we'll never actually have a conversation about anything. All right. So that's why I would say, like, I'm not gonna point it out every single time. All right, I will point it out sometimes, and like quick corrections are okay. It's like, it's okay to say black people. All right, like we're gonna correct Kamala's name. We're gonna say that right. All right, again, unless it's egregious, but it's just a lot. It's a lot. All right, when I tell y'all that doing this isn't easy, you gotta, unfortunately, you have to pick and choose your battles. And sometimes people are literally just looking for you to have a reaction. They want you to have a certain reaction to the things that they say. And darling, I'm not your circus clown, all right? I'm not about to put on a show for you. So there's that part. Now I am doing this live for you because I want you to learn something, but you come up here and you try the racism and you want to see me react to it, I'm not doing it. Also, for Mr. Tony, is LGBTQIA. All right, you messed me up. Y'all ever had someone you trying to remember something and someone says you have it right on the tip of your tongue and then someone says it wrong and then you forget how it's supposed to be said? But yeah, LGBTQIA. All right, plus community. And yes. Let's see. I think this might be my last one.
Hello.
Hi, Nicholas. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yep.
Okay, all right. So after 5 months and all that has happened within the last 5 months, why do you still support him?
So I still support his stance on immigration. I do believe that there should be some reform in the way the system works. I do believe that. But I also do believe that the people who decided to take advantage of America and take advantage of the system and cut in line and cut those people who decide to do it correctly should be sent back.
How are they cutting in line?
Well, there's a correct way to do it, and that takes time.
What's the correct way to do it?
To get your papers to come over to.
What does that mean? What does that look like?
It looks like what my mother did almost 40 plus years ago.
What does it look like? Tell us. What's the process?
So she came over from Cuba.
Not Cuba. Not Cuba, when they literally let those people in via a program. Come on, be serious.
Yeah, and guess what? They still had to gain their citizenship. They still had to renew their visas. They still had to go through the entire process.
Your people, Cubans.
Oh, my people.
Were letting your people, Cubans. They were let in via a certain program.
Yeah.
So that's all there is to it. They actually had a special a pathway into the country, a pathway to citizenship. So you said that you wanted to have reform. All right. What reform has Donald Trump actually proposed to our immigration system?
What reform has Kamala proposed?
Kamala, and it's Kamala. Say her name correctly, or you can just say Harris.
There's no difference. Kamala.
You can say Kamala or you can say Harris. See, guys,
what I
this is
just
what I was
said.
talking about earlier.
That's what
This
I
is
just
him
said.
wanting a reaction.
No, because
This is
it's
literally
exactly what I
him
said.
wanting a reaction. All right, and guess what? He's not going to get one. So guess what? You can either say Kamala or you can say Harris.
Kamala. Am I not saying it right?
There you go.
That's
There you
exactly
go.
how I said
No,
it.
you know what happens? You know what
That's
happens
exactly
is
how I
that
said it.
I have a microphone and I have a headset on. So when I'm talking, I can't hear you. That's why you should practice what you learned in kindergarten. When other people's mouths are moving, yours isn't. Okay?
Oh, wow. Oh, okay.
Practice.
Okay, I'm gonna try right now.
Catch your bubble. Catch your bubble. Hold your breath. Hold it.
No, I can't hold it that long. Oh my god.
Hold
Holy.
it. Hold it. Choke on it.
I can't.
Okay, that was me.
I can't.
I didn't mean that. Okay. Anywho, what reform has Donald Trump actually proposed? And this isn't about Kamala Harris because Kamala Harris isn't the president.
Okay, but I'm assuming you did vote for her, correct?
Doesn't matter who I voted for. You voted for Donald Trump.
I mean, it kind of does.
You tell us what reform has Donald Trump proposed?
So Donald Trump hasn't proposed reform, but he has proposed a stronger border, keeping those who shouldn't be in the American.
What is a stronger border?
More troops at the border, more patrols, a
We've always
stronger
had troops at the
foundation
border.
for the border. Yeah, he's sent more. He has had other countries. He has used the tariffs as leverage to get other countries to send people to the border.
Mexico already had 15,000 troops at the border. He got them to send 10. So now it's 10,000 Mexican troops at the border.
More.
So there's that. No.
10,000 more.
Not 10,000 more, dear.
Yes, 10,000
No,
more.
Mexico had 15,000 troops
And he got them
at
to
the
send
border,
10,000 more.
across the southern border. And guess what? Trump got them to agree to send 10,000. So there's
10,000
decreased by
more.
5.
They
So
sent
there's that.
15,000 and they
All
sent
right.
another 10.
So I have a question for you then. All right. How is it that Donald Trump supposedly is securing the border? All right. He's securing the border, right? But didn't in his first term, he supposedly built a wall?
Yeah, he did. He did build a great
So
section.
if
of the wall.
he built a wall, right?
Because
If
he
he
didn't
built
finish
a
it.
wall in his first term,
Because
then
he didn't
how was
finish
it supposedly that so many people were
Because he
able to
didn't
come
finish
into the
it.
country
Because he didn't
under
finish
during
it.
the Biden administration?
Because he didn't finish it.
Because he didn't finish it?
Yeah.
Also, he didn't keep a promise?
He said he was going to build a wall. You know how long it takes to build a wall across the border?
Now, how long does it take to build a wall across the
America
border?
and
Because I
Mexico?
guarantee you can't even tell us how long we've actually even had a border wall.
Well, we have not had a complete border wall ever because it takes a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of consistency, which we have not had, unfortunately.
Are people able to climb walls?
Yes.
Okay, are people able to dig tunnels under walls?
Yes.
Okay.
It
So
simply makes
what
it hard
the
for people to do
hell would be the
something.
point of the
It simply
wall?
makes it harder for somebody to not to. It simply makes it harder for somebody to do something they're not supposed to do.
Honestly, not.
Yes, it does.
Not honestly, not.
Yes, it does.
Also,
Okay, so consider this.
didn't they-
Consider this. How
hold on one moment.
many border
ARC?
crossings happen? How many border crossings happen that are not by the wall? That are in areas without the wall? That are in areas that are not reinforced?
I know the wall, the big magic
So you're not
wall
gonna
that
answer the
people can
question.
climb,
So you're not going to
climb over, and
Answer
go
my question.
under, and they can
Answer my
also go
question.
around it.
Answer my
No,
question.
you tell us. You tell us the
my
answer.
question.
You tell us
Answer
the
my
answer.
question. No, you
Because
answer my
I would
question.
like to
I've
know.
answered plenty of your questions. Yes, I
No,
have.
no,
I've
no.
answered
You asked
plenty
me
of
the
your-
question. I'm telling
I've
you to
answered
give us the
plenty
answer.
of your questions. You answer mine. You don't
Give
have
us
an
the
answer
answer.
to my question. You don't
That's why I
have
said
an
give
answer
us
to my
the answer.
question. You don't have an answer to my question. That's what it is.
I know.
You're just here to ask questions and not have any answers for the other
They come
questions.
here demanding shit from black
Very,
people. all
very
the time.
demanding.
Oh my
very
God!
demanding.
Yeah,
Instead of having a
now instead of
conversation with phenomenal
things for
human
black
beings,
people, I'm simply asking her to answer a question because I've answered many of her questions, and she decides that when I ask a question, she doesn't want to answer it.
And you still talk when I'm talking. It's just amazing.
My time with this,
you are wasting your
This is a
time
lot.
tonight. So I hope you all have a great night.
Are you gonna run now? Don't
Yeah,
run.
he is.
Don't run, Nicholas. Don't be afraid.
Answer
You can tell
my
us the answer.
question.
You can
No,
tell us the answer. I'm telling you to tell us the answer. What's the answer?
Yes,
I asked you.
Why do you want me to do your homework for you?
I want you to answer the question.
Obviously,
Because obviously you don't
the answer
know.
is one. The answer is one.
No,
Now
it's
tell us the
two.
answer.
It's two.
It's two? Okay, two. It's two.
So we playing games. Have a great night.
Oh, see, look at you. You don't know the answer to your damn self. Not a skedaddle.
I'm sorry, Erica. I hope I didn't break the toy. He's him a little sensitive.
He is a little sensitive.
Why are white people so sensitive? You have the country, you have the president you want, and you're still pissed off.
I just want to know why you still support him. Like, I just want to know why you support him. If you say it's immigration, all right, tell us how he's improving the immigration system. And you can't tell us how he's improving the immigration system. He's upset because he himself said that he wants reform, and he has to admit that Donald Trump doesn't actually have any plans for improving the immigration system. He has no policy. There's none. All right. And to answer his question in regards to Kamala Harris actually did have a plan. All right. Kamala Harris wanted to actually cut the time to file asylum down in half. She wanted to go from 365 days to actually 6 months. That's what she wanted to do. All right. Also, she wanted to appoint more immigration judges, provide more funding to our Customs Border Patrol agents. And also she wanted to, it was something else that she wanted to do. She wanted to make the process easier for them to actually get citizenship. So to create a pathway to citizenship is what Kamala Harris wanted to do. All right. That's what she wanted to do. And I know he didn't want to talk about the Langford bill. He definitely didn't want to talk about that. That's where I was going to lead him to, but he skedaddled, unfortunately.
But him wanted you to answer all the questions because he's a white man, and white men are just they are the boss. I just never seen so many upset white men before.
This is my juke joint. This is my juke joint. I know that goddamn.
That's a good reference for a 60-year-old.
I know, right? I know. I told you too. Almost 60.
Stop it.
Y'all can tell me how old I am.
Well, yeah, your son already blurted it out, and you know that's
when
okay.
did he blurt it out? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Stop it. Stop. We heard.
All right. Anywho, shout out to Reynolds Enterprises. I'm not sure who that is, but thank you so much, Reynolds Enterprises, for the $25. You said your information is so valued and appreciated, Erica. I wish I could afford much more because, this is enough. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you. I appreciate that, guys. We are now at $112 away from our daily donation goal. Just $112 away from our goal. Thank you so much for everything that you all do. Pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. PayPal and Venmo. I also have a Zelle. Everything with Erica9@gmail.com. All right. Thank you so much for your love, your support, your encouragement, and most definitely your engagement. Everything is really appreciated. Thank you so much, guys. Also, if you have been following me for a while, or you've been watching the lives for a while, then you know how old I am. I'm almost 60. There we go. All right. Let's keep doing all the good things, guys. If you voted for Donald Trump, by all means, go ahead and request up. Thank you. Yeah. What's up, TJ?
No, nothing. I was just listening to your live all night, and you have some very interesting guests up, and
always.
And I grow frustrated when you let up Boom, because it's like a whirling, twirling dervish of nonsensical madness. But hey, that's what he does.
My uncle wasn't like that. I lost my uncle in 2012, so 2012. My uncle was actually a really, really smart man. He just suffered from drug addiction.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah,
I understand.
But we lost him to pancreatic cancer in 2012. But he was like a super duper smart man, like extremely smart. Like he wasn't a conspiracy theorist or anything. Like He was like a walking encyclopedia, right?
Oh,
miss my
yeah.
uncle. I miss my uncle. Boom in no way reminds me of my uncle, in no way, shape, or form. But Boom does remind me of, like, again, the guys who would stand out in front of the corner store and, you know, they would just say the most outrageous shit. Just outrageous. Like they were harmless, but they just would say the most outrageous shit. So there's that. That's what Boom reminds me of. And
Yeah, very
I don't
good.
know, maybe I just want an uncle again. I don't know. I have my other uncle, but he's so far away. I need to call my uncle. That's
You
what
should.
I need to call my auntie's my favorite uncle. That's what I need to do. But yeah, Boom's a mess.
So I was looking at pictures of the parade and the empty seats, and
Why do I laugh like
it reminds me of his first inauguration when they were out standing outside in the cold and you know, no, it was in the rain, and they were doing the you know, the usual parade they do for the incoming president, and nobody was out there.
Exactly.
I mean,
the biggest crowds.
The biggest crowds, the bigliest crowds.
When is
You
he gonna
know,
bring Bigley
and
back? Oh, hey, Starscream, by the way.
I think Bigley was, when he was using Bigley, it was actually entertaining.
It was. And when he was putting sad at the end of all his tweets, good times, guys.
Yeah.
Good times. Good
But-
times.
but,
Remember when,
you know, go ahead.
remember when
I'm sorry.
Trump was just saying shit? Like, he wasn't really doing anything. He was just saying stuff. Like,
Yeah.
saying shithole countries and whatnot. And we were like, you know, that's fucked up. You can't say that. He was making like fun of a disabled person. But, like, he wasn't like doing anything. He really, like, think about it. What did Trump actually do during his first term? What did he actually do?
Absolutely nothing. But you know what, Erica? You are absolutely right. But you know what the similarities are? Every time this man has gone to office, riots happen. Have you ever noticed that?
Yes, I did notice that. Yes, I did. I had someone, I think it was yesterday, try to tell me that the riots happened and it was so funny. He was like, yeah, under the Biden administration in 2020, all those riots were happening. I said, I'm sorry, say it again. Yeah, 2020, all those riots were happening. I was like, who was president in 2020? He was like, Biden. I was like, no, stop. Think about it. Who was president? Think about it. And he skedaddled. Thank you so much, Falcon. I love the witchy. Oh, guys, that's a new sound. Whenever I get a witchy hat, I'm gonna make that noise. Hey, Dan, thank you for the heart me. That's what I'm gonna do.
These
Also, did
noises-
I get a Dan raid? I don't know if I got a Dan raid or not. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't know. Anyhow,
I'm sure they'll scream "damn right" and whatever they have to do. But yeah, it seems like every time this man's in office, the economy gets worse and people get angry, and then riots happen. Yeah,
technically, no, I didn't think so, Falcon. I'm listening, TJ. Yeah, because he's a chaos agent.
No, not good old Trump.
Yeah.
Oh, damn! I never knew that.
Donald is a chaos agent. That is why. All right. He likes
He also-
like you know, there's people like he literally thrives off of that shit.
Oh yeah. He thinks it's fun. Yeah. While people suffer, like for example, when black people go to the museums and see their exhibits being closed down because he says this museum is too woke, or in its first days in office, virtually destroys a document that so many people are unalive for, and yet he sits there with one stroke of the pen and just takes all the civil rights out of that. I just find that very interesting, in fact.
And they don't actually recognize it. Hold on one moment, TJ. I'm gonna get to that. You know what? Dan, Malik, and I have beef. I just want to say that. Let Dan know. I don't know if he's here or not, but Dan, Malik, and I have beef. All right? We're going to hash it out in a Discord. That's all I want to say about that.
Oh, shit.
Oh, look who it is. Well. Look what the cat drug in.
This is the first time hearing. What's the beef about?
The beef is that some people came in here and it said Dan raid, but it was only like 3 people. And I was like, I'm not getting a Dan raid. That's crazy. So then I was like, chat, am I getting a Dan raid? And they were like, yeah, not really. I was like, what do you mean, not really? And they was like, well, we were supposed to, raid so-and-so. And I was like, oh, wow, that's crazy. So, Dan chose a white man over me? That's wild. So we got beef.
And you know what goes good with beef? A1 sauce.
Go ahead. Are you gonna say that?
I will say that many of my viewers still chose to come over here because of how much we support Erica and her live. And I did point out.
I just want to say this, guys. If you will, please drop some Dan raid in the chat.
Oh.
I ain't shit, and I should not have done that, but I did it. Go ahead, y'all. Do it.
It seems like I'm about to hear so what had happened was.
Dude, you Dan raid.
Oh that was a good. You built that up from the start. That was good.
I did. I thought about that one. I did.
That was good.
You're the homie, Dan. You're so freaking awesome. I love you and the Danimals. You're freaking fantastic.
I don't know if you know how you probably do, but you are so loved in our community.
Thank you. I love y'all. Y'all are fantastic.
I think if there was like a point system in our Discord for how many times like people are praising a creator, I think you would win, and it would be probably more than I would. I'd be like in second or third. Something like
cool. I would I don't think he's here. I would beat Santana.
Yes.
Somebody run the poll. Run the poll. This has to happen. Also, I want a sticker. I gotta get a sticker. I'm very demanding. I think it's because I'm an only child, but and this competition is real, y'all. The competition is real. I'm not kidding. This is a real thing. All right. I taught that man everything he knows. Okay. I taught him everything he knows. Where do you think he got the hat from? That was me. That was me. That was me. All right. Who taught him to get him up out the paint? That was me. I did. Who taught him how to do mod announcements? Me.
Oh, wait. According to Santana, he taught you how to do mod announcements.
Lies. Roll the tape.
I'm gonna have to do some research on that. Also, I just saw something I need to address.
What's that?
You have a moderator by the name of Caffeine.
Yes, they're awesome.
And this moderator said, "We love you more than Dan." I also have a moderator named Caffeine, and I thought that was like a really interesting coincidence.
Same person? I think it's two different people.
I don't. Yeah, it has to be two different people. There's no way that somebody who's been my moderator for damn near 8 months now would say something like that. That's.
I think Caffeine only speaks the truth, though. So if it is the same person, then I'm gonna have to believe them.
I do want to say, I mean, the people that are watching already know how amazing Erica is. Erica went above and beyond to help one of I guess our now mutual community members, but went above and beyond to help Caffeine during a really hard time. And I was planning on thanking her via text, but you know what? We may as well just do it.
Don't do it.
No?
Don't do it.
You don't want to?
I never talk about what I do behind the scenes.
Okay, well,
you can text me.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes the really humble people need to be glazed by a third party. So I'm gonna.
I never talk about what I do behind the scenes. I just do it, and then we just. Bloop.
Well, I rescue dogs and cats.
Cool.
And place them in my house.
Cool.
And then 2 weeks later, I have them adopted out.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't do that.
Oh, I
No,
thought it was pretty awesome. Like, it's so cool.
I'm lying. I want some coin. I want to get part of this.
Oh, you want to be a part of this? Okay. You were feeling a little bit of left out.
Oh yes, I was like, I scoured the city of Jacksonville just to try to find a cake.
Amazing. Thank you for the
That's
cake.
sad. I
That's
like
so
the cake.
funny.
That was sad.
Vote in
But
the
yeah.
poll. Oh, wait. Hold on. There's a poll. Oh, I can't vote because I'm a mod.
Yeah, you are a mod. Oh, thank you so much. Who was that? Neely, thank you so much for extending your sub, babes. I appreciate you. You get the song. We haven't had the song in a moment. Commercial break time. Hey, if you too want to become a love, by all means, click that star next to the chat bar. As a love, you get access to a monthly drop. So if you're not feeling the op, you can drop. Also, you get access to our amazing Discord where the fun really doesn't happen. It's really quiet there, and I like it that way. But we do share. Oh God, I went auto tunes. Hold on one moment. I'ma buy you a drink. Ooh-wee. I'ma take you home with me. I got money in the bank. I'm sorry, I went auto tunes by mistake, and I don't want to take it off. So it's just like this for the rest of the night.
I don't hear it.
You don't hear it? You don't hear the auto tune?
No.
Hold on, let me try. You don't hear the auto tune for real?
Real,
It's
no.
on. I can hear it.
I couldn't hear it.
Hold on. You can't hear it?
But-
E-Pain? I know that's right.
My ears are about to be 35 years old, so I just don't hear that shit.
My ears are older than yours. I'm almost 60. I'ma buy you a drink. You really can't hear the auto tune? Like, really?
I really
You hear it?
can't. Not at all.
No.
Well, then get your ears fixed.
Damn.
The
Okay.
chat can hear it. Oh, I'm
Yes,
back
ma'am.
now. There we go.
Uh-huh.
Okay, anywho, moving on. So I was just singing. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Okay.
Yeah.
Anywho, what were we talking about? I forgot.
I was doing my usual talking about how Black people are being oppressed by a regime that's trying to get rid of our history, our culture, and ourselves.
That's very true. There's no denying that. That's
Yeah,
very true. Oh, I was bullying Dan. There we go. Thank you.
And you were bullying Dan too.
Thanks. I really appreciate that, Malik. Thanks.
Focus.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, thank you for the heart me. But yeah, no, seriously, stuff I do. It's because my mom always told me that, like, you don't do stuff for people to notice. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? You just do it. You do it because you can and because you want to. Those have to be the two factors in play. All right?
Yeah.
Because you can and because you want to. And then you leave it at that. All right. And then
Yeah, no. When I worked as a in a social work field, I understand that because people out there actually that give freely, they don't care about getting recognition or anything like that. And those people are very welcome, especially when you're doing nonprofit. So social work. Jesus, Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
It seems like every week they're trying to take up something. The city has a budget, and they had to cut something from the budget. And guess what's the first thing to go in the budget?
Typically, I would say food stamps.
Food stamps, social work, all that stuff.
Yeah.
These programs designed to help poor people, help people that are disenfranchised, and everything else. So here we are.
That's exactly
And then
what's
we have
happening
to-
right now on a grander scale.
On a much grander scale, we have people out there. We have services right now being cut as we speak, and there's nobody. I'm not saying there's nobody to pick it up, but there's fewer people to pick it up because we have to always remember. We also have to remember these people who have free money, who disposable income as we speak,
Yeah.
or the disposable is less. I had to do super tricks and find ways and pay Peter to pay Paul, and it's a lot.
Yeah,
And-
that is very true. That is very true. I'm going to take one moment because, what more is there to say, TJ? Because I do agree with you. I just do agree. Oh,
What?
TJ, guess what?
What?
I think I'm coming up on my 1 year TikTok anniversary. I think I am.
Where did I meet you, Erica? Where did I meet you a year ago?
Dan Trails.
Of course.
Yeah, Trails.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
They used to always say, TJ, don't come up here and start no shit.
And I do.
And do.
And I
And
still do.
did.
And I still do.
Yeah.
'Cause I say this all the time, Erica, and for 5 seconds. I wish people were as angry as I am. I wake up angry.
Cindy, thank you so much for subbing. You're
Yeah,
awesome. Thank you.
I wake up angry, not because I'm looking for something to get in a fight about.
What James
I wish
Baldwin
everybody was.
say.
Oh yes.
To be black in America and to be aware is to be in a constant state of rage.
Yes.
Is
And
it?
that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
totally
me.
understand.
I don't go around looking for fights or trying to get involved with in foolishness.
Mhm.
But I wish people were as angry as I am, because if everybody was angry as they seem to be, shit would get done a lot faster. Just saying. But people are not angry enough. People. I guess we haven't fallen low enough on the scale of things until when that happens, then they'll get angry.
I do, Dan, stick around because I do want to say something to you, but this is a good conversation. I want to say that people aren't as angry as you, TJ. I just don't think everyone exhibits it the same way. I think I said that right. I don't think they show it the same way, because like we can't. I'm gonna put this. I'm not saying that you do, but anger affects people differently. And some people, like, if they allow themselves to actually, fully feel that emotion, then it can actually consume them. I know I'm that type of person. All right. So while I do live in a constant state of rage, all right, because
Yes.
it's always something. I was just talking about this earlier. You probably heard it. I can't spend every single waking moment pointing it out because I'm never going to do anything productive. I don't know how productive it would be of me to call out every single instance of microaggression or racism that I do face on a daily basis, not just on this app, but even off the app, especially when I was working, because it's like I'm never going to get anything done. And that shit is stressful. It's very stressful.
For me, I understand what you're saying, but for me, it's like a cape. Because when I get angry, I point towards the things I need to point towards and execute.
I haven't learned that skill yet.
It's
so consuming to me.
Yeah, no, it's just no. If you let anger consume you, that's one thing. But if you point your anger towards something that that needs to be done, or that you feel that activism,
Mhm.
that whatever it is you need it done, you need to get done. Anger is a good tool to use. Because especially if you're a black person in America, because there's no limit to our anger, because everything is racism all the time. I wake up in the morning, I have to worry about racism every goddamn day. And we have Trump supporters saying that
Worry about it every single day because I know that is something that is going to happen. All right, it's expected. So I can't worry about it because I already know that it is going to happen. All right, people diminishing my intelligence simply because of the color of my skin. All right, people assuming things about, these are microaggressions, assuming things negatively about me simply because of the color of my skin. So yeah, hi G-Man. So just like simple, I can't say simple, that's not the right word, but things I can't live that way because I haven't had enough therapy to where I can compartmentalize it all in that sense. So I just can't do it. I can't do it.
Hold on, David. David says sick of the victim mentality.
Of course, he wants you to have a reaction.
I don't have a reaction. I don't have a reaction to a dope. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. I really think that some of these people just say shit because they get off on the reaction. They're like, oh, I know if I say this, then, they're going to get mad and they're going to give me what I'm looking for, which is attention.
No, some asshole with 42 followers, it's not going to piss me off.
I don't even look at followers. I don't care. It's like, they're just like, ooh, attention. So I don't know.
Yeah, I tell you, Erica, when I tell you every day I'm online, if I don't get called one N-word a day, I don't feel my life is complete.
See, there you go. Good grief. Good grief. Good grief.
And I'm laughing about that.
I know.
It's because it's funny to me.
That's what we do.
It's like let me say this, and I'm sorry, I'm not just because I'm a little long-winded. I apologize for that. But it's like if I don't get called the N-word online, maybe I need to go into maybe I'm not going to the right live. Maybe go to the right live so my day can be complete. Because my day is incomplete without being called the N-word.
Bruh. My goodness.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I have to laugh about it because
you're good.
So stupid.
You're good. I don't really have a response to that, but I was gonna comment on what you two were talking about before in regards to people that aren't as angry as they should be.
Mm-hmm.
And everything Erica said, I agree with. And I obviously can't speak for the Black community, but I do think there are there's another factor in that. In this country and really any country that's at like late stage capitalism like we are, it's very difficult to act on your anger because so much of your energy is going towards surviving.
That part.
We're talking about people with children. We're talking about people in marginalized communities that, like Erica said, go through these things daily. It's so hard to take that anger and put it towards something positive when so much of your energy, both physically and mentally, and emotionally, your emotional energy, just goes towards surviving, goes towards making sure that your kids have a roof over their head.
Exactly.
And so I think that's a big part of it. Not that anything Erica said was wrong, but there's a lot of reasons why. I don't think the main reason is that people don't know enough. A lot of us have so many reasons to be angry. It's just it's difficult to turn that anger into positive change, given the circumstances.
That's because, and this is my opinion, my own opinion only. That's because we've been told all our life that anger is terrible. Anger is a natural emotion everybody has. Now, how you use that anger is up to you.
I think we've been told that anger is violent.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be. Anger can be a motivating factor for you. It can be that push that, push you into something positive. It can be.
Yes.
But with anger is a great emotion. It's a big emotion to feel. And if you don't know how to handle your anger, which a lot of people don't know how to handle it, then you do fall into that anger is only violence. And nobody, people who, have adapted to society in a functional way, in a productive way, they don't want to feel that anger. They don't want to be violent. So maybe we need to change how we view anger in our society.
Exactly. So, Malcolm X is one probably, and people will disagree. I don't care. Malcolm X was probably one of the biggest angriest people ever in the history of the planet. I mean, in Black America. But he didn't use his anger to fight, to outwear the bust heads. He focused his anger. He told you why he was angry. He expressed himself to a point where I want you to be angry too. Now you're angry. Let's do something about it.
Exactly.
Anger caused the Black Panthers to happen. Anger causes a lot of things. Anger causes a lot of things in a positive manner. Nobody says that though, because we've been taught, especially I'll be honest, especially Black people, because we're never supposed to be angry. Remember that we're never supposed to. Yeah, we're never supposed to be angry. We're supposed to be happy, jolly. We're supposed to smile all the time. Why aren't you smiling?
Don't like it when we experience joy either. So I know what we're supposed to be.
Yeah. We're not
Black people smiling. The fuck is that about?
Exactly.
We need some tiki torches. Let's go end it now. End that shit now.
Tiki torches right now. They smiling. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them, summer bitches.
Oh, sorry. I forgot Dan is here.
No, don't worry about
it. But that's the thing though. Like we've been, especially Black people, we've been taught not to be angry because if being angry means we're do something bad. No.
Yeah.
We are supposed to be angry when something oppressive or something that doesn't go our way. That's supposed to go our way doesn't go our way. But now what are we gonna do? Well, now that they're angry, what are we going to do? Are we going to sit back?
Being
and say,
angry, I think because in a way in which certain people, a certain demographic, white folks, experience anger, their fear is that if we experience anger the same way that they experience it, then, you know, violence
Erica,
happen. Let's go back to violence.
Yes.
Violence.
Erica, what do I say all the time about black folks? What's one thing we really, really want? To be left.
Peace.
To,
just peace. To be left
to
alone.
be left to be left in our own autonomy, so we can thrive in this so-called American system that you said is
not gonna fucking
balanced.
happen. Every single time we try, they destroy it.
Exactly.
It's not gonna fucking happen.
yeah. No. As recently as the Fearless Fund, when you tell us to pull ourselves out by our bootstraps, and we create a fund to make sure we can, so black women can fund their businesses. You tell them, no, you're not including us. Therefore, we're going to destroy it. So either we can't protest right, we can't fund each other right, we can't smile right, we can't do anything right.
Yeah, we can't.
So what the fuck are we going to do? So what the fuck we doing?
I don't know, TJ. Oh, but TJ, having a real quick promo. Tomorrow, Hector Talks and I, hi Hector, I think Hector's here. But Hector and I are holding a special panel conversation about the diaspora. The main thing that we're going to be looking at is like the distinction amongst blackness, like why we want to make the distinction of I'm Haitian black, I'm Jamaican black, I'm Nigerian black, like that, when we're so connected in so many different ways, especially like via not just even like the way that we talk, but also we're so connected in our foods, our music. We're all an extension of each other. So why do we want to make the distinctions amongst ourselves and delineate ourselves? So we're going to be talking about that tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. So please stop by for a great conversation.
If you if you send me a line, I will stop by and I will listen, and I will, if I can, I'll put my 2 cents in. But the answer is colonialism. I'll start on that topic. We'll start on that later.
You know that, but we're going to talk about it.
Oh yeah. Oh no. We need to be talked about.
Yeah. So I am hoping that Buzzy actually sparked this because she came on one night and we started talking about it. But Buzzy, I'm hoping Buzzy and Adorna stop by. I know Athena is gonna stop by along with SJ.
If Adorna stops by, I'm telling you right now, you know Adorna. She is gonna just.
I love her. I absolutely adore that lady.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this out loud. I don't give a fuck who hears it. Men who use Adorna on their panels, y'all should be paying her.
Adorna, and that's, I always talk about that. Like seriously, like this is coming from a place of observation. All right. Like I see so many Black women on this app who just do a fantastic job at what they do, and providing not just information and education, but also entertainment while doing so. And they get nothing. They get nothing for it.
Not a goddamn thing. And
you know why? Anything for it, because they think Black women labor is free. We're supposed to do these things. Like they view us, I don't know what the trope is, but I'm just saying it's an auntie trope. Like we're supposed to be like these caring people who just want to, educate and, give good advice, and be kind to everybody, put everybody on our bosom and make them feel better. All right. And not get paid for it. Not get paid a fucking dime for it. Not get paid a dime.
No offense, especially with those same creators. Somebody gonna get mad. I don't care. So the same creators who keeps on telling us that, hey, my Cash App, my and Adorna is carrying the conversation by herself.
I'm about to do an experiment. I'm about to do an experiment. Hold on one moment. Here's my experiment. All right. Hey guys, it's 230 of us up in here. We're at 212,000 likes. Let's go ahead and tap that screen. Let's share the live. Let's keep doing all the amazing things. We only have 2 more of the witchy hats to go. So let's go ahead and knock those out. I promise you, if you send one, I'm going to do the witch lab. All right. Also guys, we have $112 left in our daily donation goal. Pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. Also, I have a Zelle. Everything with Erica9@gmail.com. I appreciate y'all so very much. Let's go ahead and knock out this daily donation goal. I know y'all can do it. I know y'all can do it. So go ahead and send that. Also, I'm going to use Santana's Cash App. I'm going to use Santana's Cash App. I'll just let him know on the back end. All right. Santana Speaks 24 is the name. You can send the Cash App. Just let him know it's for me. Let him know it's for me. He'll send the money. I trust him. All right. So let's keep doing all of the good things, guys. If you're enjoying the entertainment, the education, the information that you're receiving, by all means, show some love. Everything that you send does support me. And let's just go ahead and knock it out. Let's do that. All right.
And don't forget to send your daily heart me.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you. All right.
And
Oh, hold on, I gotta do it twice. That is so funny to me. I don't know why. I just like doing that. I'm a witch. All right. I'm a witch.
If you bust out, what she say? I'm gonna get you my pretties and your pretty dog too. If you bust that out, I'm gonna cry and I'm gonna drop out the box.
I might do that tomorrow. You never know. I might do that tomorrow. All right. So yeah, but it's a thing about like, I don't know what it is about. Like thinking that like Black women, and this is emblematic of like how we view Black women and in society in general, not just on this. Not just on this app, because I always say that TikTok is like a microcosm of Western society, right? And there is a hierarchy here, and as typical, unfortunately, Black women are at the bottom, and it's like you can't even say stuff like that without people thinking that you're being a victim. That's why I'm always a bit hesitant to actually talk about it, because I'm not a victim. I'm not. I don't see myself in that light. And so it's just like, how can I talk about it and get people to actually listen and understand?
That's another thing we have to stop doing also. This is just my opinion.
I'm listening.
If you're being victimized, you are a victim.
Connotations though, bro. Nobody wants to be seen.
I got what you're saying, but fuck the connotations.
I get what you're saying.
I think for me, that's the problem with the society. They take away woke, they take away victimhood, they use DEI against us. We can't do anything to show our pain, or should do anything to show equality or anything else. We can't do anything because I'm gonna be considered a victim. Fuck them. You have victimized me. You dragged me on these ships. You told me that I'm nothing but a commodity. And you still constantly tell me every day that I'm a commodity. I'm less than 3/5. I'm not even 3/5. I'm not even a human being. Because
that's another thing.
Every day we come on this app, like I said, the N-word is used. You're being a victim. All these other things that keeps on being told to us. We are victims.
Yeah.
And the fact that we can't say that is a problem.
Hey, are you a Gemini, TJ?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm a Scorpio.
Oh, you're a Scorpio? Okay, I was wondering. Yeah. All right. Yeah. But this is a good conversation. We should talk more.
Yeah, we should.
This is a good conversation. All right. I'm about to drop you though, TJ, because it's time for me to be messy with Dan. That's what Dan and I do.
Yeah,
we get messy with each other.
I'm not here for the messy. I'm always serious. Yes, always.
Always.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you for letting me up. And bless you all.
You're so funny. I appreciate you, TJ. I'll talk to you later. See you tomorrow. I hope.
Take care. I'm always around. I'll be there.
All right, bet. Drop some hearts in the chat for TJ. Always a good time when he comes by. Always a good time. All right. That was fun. That's a good conversation. I love having those conversations.
That was a good conversation. Actually, I'm glad he brought up, he said that they took woke from us. I'm glad he brought that up because it was something that came up a little bit earlier, referring to like how angry we should, like if you're a Black American, the more awake you are, the more angry you should be. And I remember
where you are, yeah.
Well, aware was the word you used, right? And I remember thinking at that moment, I was like, I remember a time when I was younger that was what the word woke was used for.
To be aware.
So yeah. And particularly to be aware as a Black person, that's what I always heard it from the Black community. This is going back to like when I was in middle school, I think. And so I'm glad he brought that up because I was gonna ask about that. But who did that? Who took woke?
They didn't take it from them. We're not allowing them to take it. It still means what it's supposed to mean. They want to make it into a slur, but no, we still say stay woke. I would say that was just a social media campaign by the right. Falcon says heritage, the Heritage Foundation. It was a social media campaign by them to turn that word into a negative, just like they did with DEI.
Yeah.
Is literally is what they do. There is something Solid. Oh my gosh, I wish Solid was available. Super Solid, he's amazing. I remember there's a name for this. What is it? Ah, dang it, Dan. When I find out what the name of it is, because there's a good YouTube video on this, how they take the messaging and they flip it around and they make it into something negative. And how also they make their like hate seem normal. They make it the norm. There's something for this. Subversive.
Subversive.
Okay. Yeah. There's some astroturfing is funny. But yeah. So there is something for this. That it wasn't subversive because I know when I read it or I hear it, it'll come to me. But there's a word for this. There is. But yeah. There's that.
Malik saying DeSantis ran on Florida being the woke killer or the state that woke those who die. So DeSantis did lean in hard into like anti-woke and all that, but like it was before that when woke started to be deeply sorry, the typing. The typing is so loud.
It is? I thought I was on mute.
No. But it's been years when woke was started to be deeply connected to like cancel culture and to sensitive leftists and to stuff like that. When that just wasn't how it used to be referred to back when I was growing up. The tone shift starting in 2018, maybe 2018. It could have been 2018, but definitely earlier than DeSantis, or maybe 2018 was DeSantis.
Yeah, though. I'm not on mute right now.
You were not on mute.
You can still hear me? Oh, I know why. Hold on one moment. I know why. I messed up. Ah, there we go.
Hey, Liam.
Hear me? Can you?
Now you're muted.
You know what happened? I did not have my soundboard plugged into the phone.
Oh.
Hey, Liam. So that's why. You guys couldn't hear the auto tune earlier. So here we go. I could hear it, but
wait,
you couldn't hear it. Can you hear it now? You can hear the
can't hear it
auto-tune
now.
Okay.
You were gaslighting us.
I wasn't gaslighting you. I
You said
wasn't.
we needed to get better ears.
I did. I said that.
Yeah.
I did not say. I would never say that. I probably did say that. Now I'm gaslighting. I would never say that. Now you're being gaslit. Now you're being gaslit. But I gotta sing the song because earlier y'all didn't hear me sing the song. That means that when Bubba was in here saying all that crazy stuff, that people heard him. That's wild. Oh God, my child. I spend all day saying, Bubba, don't say that. But let me sing a song really quick, guys. I'ma buy you a drink. Ooh-wee. I'ma take you home with me. I got money in the bank. Shorty, what you I don't like this one. Change it. Okay, no, that's not it either. That don't work. Is this better? No, that's not better. I want auto-tune. I want to sound like T-Pain. There we go. Do I sound like T-Pain? Do I sound like T-Pain? I want to put you in a mansion somewhere in Wisconsin. No? Okay, Wisconsin.
I needed to hear you say Wisconsin to make sure.
Wisconsin. There we go. I said it. Okay, I think this was. I'm doing the rest of the live like this. Here we go. Oh wait, you can hear the typing again. Go ahead, Dan. What were you saying? And please take me seriously with this. And hey, Falcon.
Hello. I popped in because you guys were talking about the cancel culture thing. And I feel like it's really important to talk about the history of it. And specifically the origin of what we think of as cancel culture. Jess Owens on YouTube does a really good like deep dive video into this. But essentially what we now see as cancel culture originally started on Twitter, and it was meant to be a way for Black women on Twitter to communicate to other Black women that a certain brand creator, blah, 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 was racist or was not safe for our community. And it was never meant to be a thing where like the internet lifted into an uproar and someone's career was taken away. It was Black women saying, this is canceled, this is not for us, these people do not support us. And it started in a space for Black women that was about protecting other Black women. And then it was co-opted as many things that are started by Black
Do you
women.
think we need to do a better job at gatekeeping?
Sometimes, yeah.
I think we do. I think we just need to. Okay, I can't take myself seriously with this voice. Hold on one moment, Falcon. Hold on. I have to do something. Someone mentioned a Zap ban, and I want to be just unserious for one moment, and then I'm going to go be serious. All right. Got ban. Computer love. Shoo-be-doo-wop, shoo-be-wop. I want to love you. I want to love you, baby. Okay, I'm finished. All right. Because let me turn it off. Okay, there it goes. It's off now. All right. So yeah, why do you think in some cases we shouldn't gatekeep? I think we should gatekeep.
So by saying that Black women specifically should gatekeep our spaces more, I think it's putting the responsibility to further protect our spaces on us, instead of saying to the people that keep stealing from us to stop fucking stealing from us. Excuse my language.
We can't make them stop stealing from us though.
We can't
So
make them
once
stop stealing from us. I'm saying yes, we should gatekeep our spaces more, but also in saying that we should not blame for why we have to should not be placed on us.
Oh no. I'm not doing that. I'm just asking, should we gatekeep? Because the reason why I say that, well, actually, no. Okay, I'm not saying the blame should be fully put on us, but the thing is that I think sometimes we talk too much.
That's fair.
We talk too much. We always want to share. Like some shit is just for Black people only. All right, we don't have to when we say something and it's overheard, or we say something in mixed company and they say, well, what does that mean? Why do we feel the inclination to then explain what it means? No, fuck that. No, it's for Black people only. No. That's just my idea.
I totally get what you're saying. People get on and talk about that, and the whole word and idea of cancel culture is something that was yet again co-opted from a Black community for the safety of a Black community, and has been used in a way that it was never intended to be.
Exactly. I agree with you. And that's exactly what happened. I think we need to talk about gatekeeping though. I think we do. I think we need to keep some shit to ourselves. That's why certain conversations I'm not with having in mixed company. I'm like, this should be a Zoom call. This should be a Zoom.
That we get on Discord.
And you know what? It's always a Black woman coming through with the come through, showing love, because she knows that Black woman labor isn't free. Shout out to my baby Shauna. Shout out to Shauna for the $40. Shauna, I so appreciate you, love. I appreciate you so very much. Absolutely adore you. Thank you. Think it's always a Black woman. That's why I'm always gonna ride for Black women. That's just tis it and tis all. Not the sleepy. No, you can't go to sleep. You stay up. You stay up. Oh, she said, Shauna said, it's sleepy time for me. Love you and Dan. Also, gatekeeping is my middle name. I know that's right. I know that's fucking right.
I'm super guilty of being the blabby person.
Stop.
And I'm really into education.
Stop.
Two quick things. Shauna, thank you so much for the $40. Thank you so much, Shauna.
She's the best. Thank you, Shauna. I adore you. Drop some hearts in the chat for Shauna.
Yes. W's for Shauna. Her message is just three sparkly hearts. Thank you, Shauna. The other thing I was going to say is, so I just found a resolution from 2023 from the NAACP for reclaiming the word woke as part of African American culture. And it goes over how it's been weaponized over the past decade.
Yep.
And real quick, were you still doing ops, Erica? That's why I invited this person onto me.
Depends. I only do the op if you stick around.
I'm gonna have to run in 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, Dan and Falcon are here. I don't know if I was still doing ops or not. It doesn't hurt. Okay, Josh, you voted for Trump?
I give Dan the Hector card.
You know what? We were just talking about gatekeeping. Bye, Hector. Also, Hector, we still have to do the thing.
I know. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll try to text you in between or do it early tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right.
Okay.
Talk to you later. Be safe. Okay. Hi, Josh. How are you? Josh?
I'm good.
Okay, great. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So after the 5 months of hell that we have all experienced, why do you still support him?
Well, that's a personal opinion, but I feel like it's been great.
Okay. So do you want to expound on why you think that it's been great? And so why you still support him?
Because he's our
Not
president.
Beyonce coming in. This is so stimulating. Okay, because he's our president. All right. So what about Donald Trump? What he's done so far? What is it that you like?
Everything he does.
Dan Falcon, am I asking the question incorrectly?
I know y'all get angry when we just blankly answer it because every answer we're gonna have, you're gonna rebuttal and tell us how stupid we are. So hey,
I wouldn't call
let's
you
just keep it
stupid.
simple.
I wouldn't call you stupid. I wouldn't say that you're a stupid person. It's more so just to understand the mind of it. So you think that it's okay to go against the Constitution?
I don't feel like he has.
Okay, why do you feel like he hasn't gone against the Constitution? Because I can
Has
tell
he
you why I
done
feel like he
to
has.
I mean, you can tell me your opinion, but again, that's why we all are American citizens and we get to vote.
And I don't understand what the relevancy of that one is, but
That
it would not be an
means
opinion to say that Donald Trump has gone against the Constitution explicitly due process when the Supreme Court actually said that he has. The Supreme Court ruled that he was not allowing people due process, so therefore he had to stop the Alien Enemies Act. So I think it would be a fact. That wouldn't be an opinion.
Well, I haven't seen that news article, and I do apologize.
When was the last time you read a news article?
I mean, I try to watch the news every day, ma'am.
No, I said read a news article, not watch it, but
I
read
don't-
one.
I don't read. I hate to read, but okay.
I'm not walking into that one. I refuse.
Yeah, please do not.
I'm not gonna walk in. Nope. Mm-mm.
Nuh-uh. Don't
Yep.
do it.
Not gonna do it.
It ain't worth it, Miss Seeley.
It ain't. I'm not gonna do it. Nope.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
please don't.
Yeah, because you
You
want
'cause
us
you
to call
will
you stupid.
assume.
You want
You
us to
will
call you
assume and make
stupid.
an ass out of yourself.
No, I'm not assuming anything. You're the one
Okay.
that just told us that you don't read.
Okay, because I don't like to read.
You said that, not me. I didn't say that about you. You, said it about yourself. That
so
was a
you
cell
said-
phone.
Okay,
Okay,
yes, ma'am.
anywho, so
I
you
did.
haven't
Let's go,
heard that
anywho.
story. What news do you actually watch then? Because this happened in
I
May.
watched Channel 11 WTOC.
So you just watch the local news.
Yeah, the local. That's what I like.
Oh, okay. This is absolutely this is
Yes,
insanity.
it is, ain't it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would just like for
About like
one
our
day for one of
presidents,
you all to
it's
actually come up here one
insanity.
day to actually explain why you support Donald Trump, but you
You
all
want me to tell
can't
you
do
why?
that.
You want me to tell you why?
Yes, please go ahead. Tell us
Because
something.
we're an American citizen and we can.
No, you're a United States citizen.
We're United States American. What the hell's the
It's not the
difference?
same thing.
It is.
It's not, but go on.
Do you live in America?
No, I live in the United States of America.
Of America. Sounds great to me.
Go on. You say you're
Like
an
I said,
American
because
citizen.
we can.
Because
we
we
get
can.
the right to vote
What-
for who in the heck
What
we
does
want
that
to
mean,
vote for.
though? So does it mean that, at
That
the
means-
expense of other people? What are you getting from the Trump presidency?
Ma'am, did
what are you
you
getting
not
from the Trump
see
presidency?
the number of people
What?
that voted for the man?
The man didn't even get
Y'all
50% of the vote.
Y'all are literally
Between 10 to 20 million people stayed home. He only got 77 million
so
votes,
that's
which
our
isn't even
fault.
half of the actual voting population. So there's that
So
part.
maybe you
Make it
should
make sense.
tell
He got
America to wake up.
49.8% of the vote. He didn't get 50. So he didn't
Did
even get
he
a
win
majority.
the presidency?
He did not even get the majority.
Did he win
So the
the
question for you would be, what is it that you are actually getting from this Trump presidency?
Did he win the presidency?
The question for you, yes, he won. He's the president, isn't he? What's the purpose
Okay,
of that
thank
question?
you. That's
That
all
doesn't
that
make any
matters.
sense.
That's at the end of the day. Stop
So
whining
no, it's
about
not
it.
at
Stop
the end of
crying
the
about
day.
it. He
The end
is
of the
our
day
president.
is that Donald Trump is the one that is causing harm. So my question
He
to
ain't
you,
causing
because
me
you
no
still
harm. He
support him,
causing
is
you
what
harm.
is it that you are getting from a Donald
You
Trump
get more
presidency?
harm from TikTok because you can't say
What
gun or white.
is it? I say white all day. I don't know how long you've been listening, but
YT,
how?
YT.
Listen, I say white. Listen,
You say gun.
Joshua. What is
Joshua,
it that
thank you.
are
Ooh, got my
getting?
government name. That's what Trump called me.
What are you getting from the Trump presidency? Why is that so hard for you to answer?
I love Donald Trump as my president.
You
Simple as that.
you love Donald Trump as your
Simple
president.
as that.
Why
Yes,
do you
ma'am.
love Donald Trump as your president?
Because I can. I'm an
Because you
American
can.
citizen.
All right. So you're unable to actually engage in this conversation
I
because you
engage
can't
just
explain
fine.
anything. You basically voted off of vibes, and you chose identity politics.
Absolutely. You know why?
Okay,
Because
there
I
we go.
can.
Because you can. All right, and you can get the hell
And
on.
you voted off of what?
You can get the
dumbass?
hell on. All right, that was fun. You can get the hell on. Like what? Hey,
That was not fun.
you can just get that.
This is one of the few times I disagree with Erica. That was not fun.
Like get a grip. Like because I can. Like okay, do you want to like expound on that? Like explain it, flesh it out? No, he doesn't want to do any of that. He can't engage in the conversation.
I feel like Hector brought him up just to troll you at this point.
Possibly. Hector, did I do something to you? I probably did, I'm always doing something. Hector tells me on a daily basis that I ain't shit, so he might be right. All right, so I probably did something. I don't know. But yeah.
She loves Blaga though. That's what Hector said.
He's not wrong.
I do need to go to bed soon.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm about to end this because there's no more ops. And I think I'm going to go MAGA hunting because it's too late to go out. It's not really too late to go out, but it's kind of is. I don't know if I feel like it anymore. Anywho, but Dan, this is what I wanted to say earlier. Thank you for being a friend. All right. You've been awesome. I appreciate you and the Danimals. All right. I do have a problem with accepting flowers, but I have no issue with giving them. So thank you so very much for being awesome. Thank you for allowing me to come into your community, into your space, and just be my authentic, bossy self. I appreciate it. You're the best.
You're very welcome, Erica, and I appreciate you as well. Not only as a live collaborator, but as a friend.
Yeah, you're freaking awesome. I didn't expect to get random texts from a creator with 100,000 followers, but here I am. All right, and it makes me happy. I'm like, what?
Neely, you are a mod, but you will be muted, okay?
Also Santa.
Jesus. Can I have anything to myself? I just want something to myself.
Someone said earlier we should run a poll in my Discord, Erica versus Santana, to settle this once and for all.
Do it.
I will
Do
not
it.
be voting. Be clear.
Do it. You should vote. You should vote.
Certainly not be voting.
You should vote too. Everyone should vote. Everyone should vote.
I
You know
don't think.
what everyone should vote in right now? If you go to 5051.org/poll, you can vote for the next National Day of Action, and you should vote for July 27th because I'm planning July 27th, and I will be very sad if we lose.
Money out of politics. Isn't that what it is?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. I thought you were going to agree with me, affirm it or something, Falcon. Yes, money out of politics.
I am doing my evening skincare routine. I am
nice.
Is well past my bedtime.
Oh, awesome. Well, I guess, okay, I think this is a good. Y'all can hear Bubba laughing? Okay, he's loud. Okay, I think this is a good time to end it. So, Dan and Falcon, thank you so much for joining. TJ, you also. Hector made an appearance. I can't remember who else joined today, but thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you too, Erica. Thank you so much. Adam.
Of course. Y'all have a great night. Oh, and if you're not following Dan and Falcon, by all means, go ahead and do so. Tap their pretty faces and follow. All right, I'll see you guys later. Have a great night. All right, I think I'm about to hit that outro and go find some people to to talk to. Is everything okay out there, Bubba? Okay, sure. All right. There we go. Told me to move to China. No, I want to move to Ghana. I'll move to Ghana. I'll do that. I will move to Ghana. If you pay for it, I'll go. If you pay for it, I'll go. I did not get to fulfill my experiment today, which kind of pisses me off, but it's okay. What's that song? I swear, y'all, once I get the D-Rugs, you ain't gonna be able to tell me shit. Okay, there we go. Why Ghana? Because it's beautiful and they have a program where they that makes the pathway to citizenship easier for American descendants of slaves. That's why. All right. The poll is up. Oh shit, I'm about to go vote. All right. If you are a part of the Danimals, do you already know who to vote for? Tell the truth and shame the devil. Tell the truth and shame the devil. All right. Sorry for yelling. I sound like Mr. Boom. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, I got to end. Hold on. YouTube and Twitch, thank you so much for hanging out. I be forgetting about y'all. I'm going to do better. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all for hanging out tonight.